I've had them all the ages. That constant development of you as a person and what you do in relationships, your communication ability, how important is to you, that follows you the rest of your life. And it's national football. We want to make sure that when we put that kind of investment in our young people and then they in this game, we owe them that. We owe them the opportunity to develop as people from the inside out.
Now, it takes a lot to put on this game. I know you've been working in partnership with a lot of organisations, so speak a little bit to that.
Well, this what we have here is in partnership with Loughborough College. They provide all the education and accommodation for our student athletes, and the university, which provides the world-leading training, physio, all of that support for our young people in the National Football League. Because we do this collectively, we can make this happen, and it's been happening. We just had a young man today that accepted a scholarship to Northwestern that played for us last year. So we know that it's working, but we can't do this without each other. And that's the other thing that our young men are seeing. We're pointing that out to them, that no matter how good you are, you're only as so good as those that are around you. And so this partnership has worked with all our other partners in Nike, Wilson, Riddell, all those companies that have come alongside us to help us make this a reality.
And just finally, over the next sort of year, couple of years, what's your overall vision for this NFL Academy moving forwards?
First of all, that's the academic side of me. I want all these young men to be able to, graduate from high school, have some other career plan, pathway options for them, and then obviously be able to go and play in America. And there's so many different levels to play in America where they can extend their careers. And so I like to see all of our young men get an opportunity to play in America and here in the UK.
So good to speak to you. It's a real honour to speak to you. I know how much impact you've had on the game over these years. We wish you very good luck with the role and good luck today, and thank you very much, Lamont Winston.
Well, it's a pleasure, and like I said, we appreciate all the support that you've given us in the media, and we hope that continues, and we want to make all of you very, very proud in the UK.
Thanks, and back to John.
A man with a huge amount of football experience, Lamont Winston there, speaking with Carl Walkinshaw. And Christian Scotland-Williamson is still alongside me. We're just going to see some highlights now of the first game that these guys played. They're playing a mini-series now of 3 matches, and they went over to Ireland ahead of this game. This is the second of the 3 games. This was at the end of August and played against the Irish side, the Bonner and Prendy Friars, which looks like it was a great occasion. And Christian, while we watch the highlights of this, what was your experience of moving from an elite sport here in the UK and rugby union, and how did you get to be at the Pittsburgh Steelers?
So I actually moved to Bradenton, IMG Academy, in January of 2018 and spent 4 months doing a crash course in American football. My first ever football practice was actually against these very high school players with Jordan Mailata. So believe it or not, both of us, our journey started in the NFL training with the IMG Academy, and that was our first football practice. No pads involved, obviously, but learning the technical aspects of footwork. And just from being in an ecosystem that's such an elite sporting institution that IMG Academy is, you really got a feel for the coaching staff, the way that they precisely drill the players so that they're able to make the next step, where they've had lots of top 10 first round draft talent come through the IMG Academy. So it's going to be a really tough test for them today. Yeah,
and as I said a little bit earlier, playing against kids that have grown up with this sport as opposed to moving across. And you were a tight end, I believe. And what positions are a lot of these guys who have come from, for example, rugby or other sports, what kind of positions do you think they'd be filling?
Well, that's the best thing about American football. There's a position for every single shape and size. So if you're a bigger guy, you might be on the line, you might be in the trenches, whether it's defensive line or offensive line, who knows. But for those intermediate guys who are quick but also have a bit of strength, you might be a linebacker or a tight end. And then it goes to the outside, you go to the fast guys where it's receiver or DB. And at this level where guys are so early into their football transition, I think it's about finding the right fit but also being flexible, because they're not going to have a position nailed down at this stage. It's still up for grabs, it's still up for them to move and progress as they go potentially to the next level.
Yeah, it's obviously a very, very inclusive sport, and you can find that position that fits you, and a lot of people will just play recreationally while they're at school, and some, as the guys we're going to see today, take it to the next level. Last time out, we brought you the coverage of this game last year, and it was the IMG Academy that won 24-16, wasn't it, to the IMG Academy against the NFL Academy. They're probably going to hope to get their own back, you'd imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I think having been there at the game, you could really sense a sense of nerves, a bit of apprehension. Into a lot of the players from the academy side, NFL Academy, were nervous about going into their first game. I hope that the coaches have really instilled in them, and from having that experience of playing against an American high school last year, they're not going to be as starry-eyed this time, and they're going to come out firing in the first half, because that was the problem last year.
Yeah, they really, really will. I think we can now take a look at just a brief highlights of what happened last time out when we joined this very game in 2022 at the Grove, just north of London.
The NFL Academy in black, IMG in white. Our visitors from Florida that come over all this way to play NFL Academy. What an exciting prospect this is. Ball is out again, and it's the second return for a touchdown. As Lizzie goes to a wide open receiver, that is caught. IMG Academy 26, NFL Academy 14.
Yep, so it's time for the rematch coming up in a matter of minutes. First, though, Carl Walkinshaw's been speaking with the head coach of the NFL Academy, Steve Hagan.
Hi, I'm here with head coach of the NFL Academy, Steve Hagan. It's so good to have you here, Steve.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So 38 years experience really with the NFL, and you were assistant coach of New York Jets, Cleveland Browns, and then you were college and Notre Dame and a whole raft of stuff. How does it feel coming to the UK and taking over the NFL Academy?
Oh, this is fun. Excuse me. This is a lot of fun because this is way different than what I was used to. You know, we have some players that have played football for a couple years on the team, but the majority of the team is young at football, and in America they know football, and we don't know football like they know in America, so we're learning. It's fun.
And in terms of today with IMG last year, there was a loss 26-14, but you've come in as a new head coach. Now, are you looking to turn around that score this year?
Oh yeah. No, we want it to be the same. Absolutely. We'd love to do that, and you know, we're just trying to build a team that plays forward all the time. We don't really want to focus on the scoreboard. We want to focus on what we do well. And the scoreboard will take care of itself if we do those things right.
Now, you took over in July. What was the philosophy coming into the NFL Academy in terms of what are the things that you preach about being the most important things for this organization?
Well, this is what I tell my kids all the time. We want to be smart, fast, physical, fundamental football players that do whatever it takes to win and leave no doubt. So when you start with that as your model, then you start to teach them to be smarter. Then when they become smarter, they become faster and more physical because they become more confident. Then they become more fundamental because they understand it. So now you have a smart, fast, physical, fundamental football player that can create a team out of. But if we can't advance their football intelligence, their FBI, then it's really hard. And so we spend a lot of time on film and, just working the execution of plays over and over and over.
And these players, a lot of them will go over to the States and try out for those Div 1 schools. How much do you have to prepare them for that? I know the whole academy is preparing them for that, but what are the keys to really preparing a player for those Div 1 tryouts?
They have no chance in America if they don't become a smart, fast, physical, fundamental football player, because that's what America has, and it's loaded with it. It'd be like our guys coming to the Premier Soccer League over here. You just don't have a chance unless you grow up in it. And so what we got to do is immerse our team and our players in this sport as deep as we can. So we practice every day and we talk football. The language, we have like 14 different languages on this team, but our common denominator language is football, and that's what we talk.
And just one other thing, how do you get the balance right between the football side and the sort of the character development, leadership side and the academic side as well? I mean, it must be a challenge.
It's a big challenge, and I'm probably not real good at that. I try to focus on the football part and the character development, because a good character is going to be a good football player eventually. But it's definitely a challenge because they're student athletes, and we want them to be good student athletes, or they won't be able to go to America on scholarship. So that's what we're trying to focus on.
All right, well, Steve Hagan, we're obviously wishing you so much good luck for
Thanks.
the game today. It's such a pleasure to have you with us, the NFL Academy head coach, Steve Hagan.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
NFL Academy head coach Steve Hagan there. Christian, you've mentioned the NFL Academy's been around since 2019. We're now in 2023, coming into 2024 very, very soon. How much has the Academy grown in that time?
A huge amount. So the inception was the combine at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Juju Smith-Schuster broke his combine record for the 40 when he was participating. So going from a concept where players had no idea about American football, just going through the measurable tests, to now playing games, just a mere 4 years later. It's honestly incredible, and to see the growth of the game domestically and internationally, it really shows that there is a proven pathway for these young men to follow in terms of going from NFL Academy to college and then hopefully beyond. So it's really exciting part of being in the NFL Academy to be here today and watch these guys play.
I've been chatting to some of the people from the university as well, and they're saying that all the students who have the NFL Academy merch, they're like the envy of everyone because it looks so cool. We've heard from the home team head coach. Now let's hear from the away team, the IMG Academy coach, Kyle Bray.
I'm here with head coach of the IMG Academy, Kyle Bray. Kyle, so good to have you with us. Welcome to the UK.
Thank you very much for having me. It's exciting to be back again this year.
Now tell us a little bit about the setup of this IMG Academy White team that you're playing today, because there's 4 different teams, isn't there? And just tell us where this sits in the overall program.
Absolutely. So IMG Academy in all sports has multiple varsity teams that they field. We have our national football team that you usually see playing on ESPN year in and year out and has some of the top players in the country. And then we have our varsity program, and that consists of 2 high school football teams within it. One is IMG White, one is IMG Blue. Today you're going to have IMG White on display for the game. And then we also have a postgraduate football team, which is the gap year that the NCAA provides you before your clock starts for college football.
And how many domestic versus sort of international games are you playing these days?
You know, I think, this game last year was the first time that the football department had played an international football game. Last spring, we played a scrimmage versus Puerto Rico's national team as well. It was at IMG Academy. And then coming back here again was really just a testament to how great the experience was last year. The big thing that we'd like to do is continue to play and start to play more. I think that's something that the Academy has talked about, is there's opportunities for great experiences, being able to go in any direction from the United States and find teams that want to play football and be a part of the grassroots of growing the game across the globe.
And where do these athletes come from in IMG Academy? Do they get, I know you're based in Florida and that you're attracted within state, but do they come from other states as well and internationally?
Absolutely. The unique thing about IMG Academy is that we're a boarding school. And because of that, we have players from all over the U.S. and international. The unique thing is they all show up in the summer together. These are young men that have not grown up together. So it feels very collegiate in terms of the cadence and the rigor of our day of how we prepare them for college football.
Now, turning our attention to the game today, you won the game last year, 26-14. It was a close game in the first half, and then IMG pulled away. What are you expecting today?
Another exciting game. The big thing that we want to do for our families and our players, not just us, but for NFL Academy as well, is we want to continue to have opportunities for these guys to showcase their skills. NFL Academy does an amazing job of gathering talent internationally year in and year out. And we're about halfway through our IMG varsity season. I know this is going to be the next contest for them, and we're excited for this to just be a good game.
All right, well, it's so exciting to have you here. We're so thrilled you came back for a second year. Kyle Bray, head coach of the IMG Varsity. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The IMG Academy head coach, Kyle Bray, there as we see the players coming out behind us now. A lot of anticipation, a lot of team spirit as well, a lot of friendly banter going on there. Christian, we've heard from the head coaches there who have a lot of experience, and that is a huge part of these academies. And obviously you mentioned there that you first went to the IMG Academy. What kind of level of coaching are we talking? Because these guys look pretty serious.
They definitely are. With a game like American football, where it's so prescribed, the playbook, the plays, the technique involved in each position is so detailed that being able to close the gap domestically from the UK to America is so important in these guys' development, because now they're actually got proper coaches who are able to give them those small nuggets of information at this early stage, which will be the difference between winning or losing a matchup and then feeding into the greater game. So the amount of coaching resource over in America obviously is incredible, because there's proven pathways for coaches to go from high school to college to the professionals, whereas now we're able to see that infiltration of American knowledge to the UK domestically, and that's only going to improve the game.
Yeah, it's huge, and obviously today's game is going to be a real showing of talent, but there is a big prize on the line. That third game of these 3 games is at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Tuesday night. I mean, that's an incredible stadium to play in. I'm assuming you're going to be there?
I will most certainly be there. Every game domestically that these guys play, I make every effort to get to. So Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, in a game week where the NFL London games are on, what a privilege and what an opportunity for these guys.
Literally be on the field just days after the Buffalo Bills lose, hopefully, to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, the Spurs Stadium is a place that you need to go to. You can watch soccer, football there, but why not come down on Tuesday and watch the NFL Academy in action? Tickets are available now, and this should whet your appetite.
The NFL came to Tottenham in 2019.
We were always here. The NFL Academy were the first to step on this field.
We practiced here in 2021 and got the taste for it.
Now it's time to play here for real. The NFL Academy is the UK's home team.
Now it's time for us to ball out on the biggest stage.
We'll be catching touchdowns in this amazing stadium.
We'll be making sacks in this amazing stadium. NFL Academy versus Erasmus Hall. Watch it live.
An incredible stadium, an incredible occasion. There's a QR code on the screen. You can get your tickets right there and come down, join me and Christian as the NFL Academy play the final of these 3 games at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London, the same place the NFL are playing 2 games over the next 10 days or so. So that's it. As you can see behind me, everything's getting ready out on the pitch. So it's time to get there for the action. The IMG Academy are here in town in Loughborough in the East Midlands of the UK to take on the NFL Academy. Carl Walkinshaw.
Thank you. Welcome to the commentary booth as we welcome out the IMG Academy Varsity White. Obviously playing in blue this evening, but great to be here. Great to be with my colleague and friend Carl Walkinshaw. You can almost already feel the tension, can't you, Carl?
Certainly can, Matt. Here they come, the IMG Academy. What an epic game it was last year when they got that victory, 26-14, but it was the NFL Academy that were leading in at half time. But this IMG Academy, they are a powerhouse, Florida-based, and you heard from head coach Kyle Bray the different units that they have, and this is their top varsity team. They have 2 sort of varsity teams. They have a white team and a blue team. This is the team that is top ranked, number 200. They play the best 250 teams rather than playing the top 500. So it's their better varsity team, the NFL Academy, going against today, and it's going to be a big challenge. But you know that head coach is up for the task.
And as we heard from the pre-game interviews, the difference between these 2 outfits is very much that the IMG guys grew up with football and the NFL Academy guys are kind of playing catch-up. But nevertheless, that gap is forever shortening. And the IMG guys are going to have a real challenge on their hand tonight, Carl.
They are the NFL Academy. They've got 62 players in their intake for 2022-23 from 13 different countries, Matt. So, you know, this is not just a UK experience, it's all over the world. They have special events in Africa where they're bringing in African athletes. They have South America, they have European, they have British, and it's going to be a real spectacle today to see all of those different nations coming together. And you heard from Steve Hagan saying the common language here for both IMG and NFL Academy, well, is football.
And we have a beautiful venue this evening here on this autumn Friday evening in the East Midlands. Loughborough University the host, and Loughborough University and Loughborough College host the NFL Academy guys, these 16 to 19-year-olds who take the field now, dressed in white this evening, as they make their way across the field to their sidelines. A huge applause and greeting from the Loughborough faithful.
Yeah, here they come, the NFL Academy. September 2019 opened up, and it offers these talented student athletes aged 16 to 19 a pathway to combine their education, Matt, with football and potential Div 1 schools, Div 2 schools in America. So these athletes have been going out to America over the last couple of years and trying out, and they've had a lot of success with the NFL Academy alumni that have gone on to get those Division 1 scholarship deals and play for those Div 1 schools, and that's exactly what the NFL Academy was all about.
As we heard in our pre-game, this is the second of 3 games that the NFL Academy will play in this autumn series. Played out in Dublin not so long ago, and they fell to a 34-24 decision against the Bonner and Prendy Friars. But like we said, Carl, that gap closing. They're looking for their first victory over an American team here tonight in Loughborough.
That's it, the 26-14 loss to IMG Academy last year, the 34-24, the NFL Academy lost to Bonner and Prendy. So yeah, they've never beaten American opposition. So if they win tonight, that will be a huge psychological hurdle overcome. When you start winning against the American opposition, you really know you've turned a corner in terms of the development of the program, the development of the coaches, and getting to that place where you're going to get even more athletes stepping up to those scholarship positions.
And not to bypass this game too quickly, but Tuesday brings a real spectacle for these guys, being involved in a game in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, in that cauldron, that enclosed environment. It has been touted as the 4th NFL London game this season, obviously midway between the Bills and the Jags on Sunday, and then the week on Sunday the final NFL game will take place. And obviously these guys will be thinking about tonight's game, but they're going to have half an eye on playing at that Spurs Stadium, Carl.
They've got to focus in tonight, but yeah, it's a big game in Tottenham. Obviously, when you play at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it feels very, very different to even the great facilities we have at University of Loughborough, but it's just at a much bigger level. So I'd encourage people to come down and get tickets for that game. They're going to be playing the Erasmus Hall High School, which they played before, and that was a tight game. And this will be the last of 3 games against American opposition that the NFL Academy play, following games that we talked about, Bonner and Prendy and IMG Academy. So there is limited tickets available, but you can get yours now. If not, you can watch on the live stream, and I'll be there doing some of the commentary on that, and it looks like it's going to be another great event. And you're right, it's being touted as the 4th NFL international game, and so the NFL Academy are now being included in those games that have such a great big hype around, and they're trying to bring people in to watch that 4th game as well. So it's going to be really exciting.
We're blessed to be very close to the action in our commentary position this evening. And actually, Carl, when you think that these guys are 16 to 19-year-olds, there are some athletic specimens right in front of us there.
There really are, and you'll see that physicality on the field from both of the teams. Be well coached, well drilled, and we can just look across, and you've got that big set of offensive linemen, and you can see the weapons at wide receiver. Some of these guys returning to academy placements this year. They're on their 2nd and 3rd years. Others are just coming into the team, and you'll have that rotation going in as the game progresses. Or try and get as many people onto it as possible. They don't play a lot of games, the NFL Academy, so they want to make the absolute most of it as they can as the 2 teams come out for the coin toss.
Okay.
And here they come then.
Just want to stop there. IMG lead round, shake hands.
And over to our officials for this evening to conduct the coin toss in this eagerly anticipated second matchup of 2023 and second matchup of IMG against the NFL Academy.
That's heads. Union Jack football, tails. Tails. IMG, you're the away team. What would you like? It is heads. You want the toss? You want to defer? You want the ball? Which end would you like to defend? Okay, so face the way you're going to be attacking, gentlemen. NFL Academy won and deferred their option to the second half. IMG will receive the opening kickoff. All right, guys, shake each other.
And there we have then the NFL Academy won the toss and deferred. Let's hand over to our sponsors, Hype. So NFL Academy win the toss and elect to defer, as is becoming the norm in these games now, Carl.
And when you've got some nerves, which the NFL Academy might have, this is a big rematch for them from last year. You want to put your defensive unit out there and see whether you can stop this IMG high-powered offense from making that first down in the first series of plays and get the ball back in good field position. So that's what the NFL Academy will be hoping for. IMG have traveled all this way from Florida. They brought a lot of fan support with them, but still they'll have nerves coming to the UK playing at a Loughborough like this. They have to play on foreign soil against the crowd which will be supportive of the NFL Academy, so there'll be some nerves there.
Absolutely. Ready to kick off for the Academy is number 5, Andy Quinn. And one thing we will see this evening is speed all over the field. And like we say, those nerves on both sides will be evident in the early exchanges. And we are underway here at Loughborough University. All fielded around the 5-yard line. Out past the 20. Still on his feet past the 30. It'll be IMG ball just inside the 30-yard line at their 29.
Xavier Southall with a great return to open the account for the IMG Academy. That was a really nice blocking up front, and then you saw some of the size and skill of Southall. He's able to do that, make a move and also get some additional yards.
So first down, IMG, Eli Hamrick, quarterback for the Floridian-based team. Ball handed off on first down. Bounce outside. There's running back Clay Ash. Positive pickup on first down of about 6.
Brandon Bryant on the tackle, really nice lateral pursuit to get his man out of bounds, the Trinidad and Tobago defensive back.
Regardless of the level of the game that you're playing, Carl, it's always important to establish that ground game as an offense first, just like you say, get the nerves out of the way, and then maybe open things up later on. 2nd and 5, IMG. Man in motion, this time ball is kept. And that is running back Clay Ash. Keeps the handoff. Picks up a yard. The 3rd and short.
Yeah, interesting, they put Clay Ash in at that quarterback position, running a kind of wildcat. They put Eli Hamrick back in there now, back there. There's Steve Hagan on the sideline. You can see there the new NFL Academy head coach. His only second game in charge.
Hamrick then surveys his options, hands off. Up the middle goes Ash, and Ash falls forward for the first down for IMG this evening.
Clinton Azubuike, Nigerian defensive lineman, drags the runner down, but looks like early on IMG are looking very solid, especially up front. They're managing to get the ball moving with some big chunk yards.
Using that hurry-up offense as well to try and keep the Academy on their toes, and that's going to be 5 free yards. That's big, number 70, Thompson Umakoro, Nigerian, goes a little early.
Defense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
Makes the equation a little easier for the IMG offense. 1st and 5. 6 yards away from the midfield stripe. 4 down linemen for the Academy. 3 linebackers, ball handed off once again up the middle to Ash, who dances his way past the line of scrimmage, but only for about a yard before he's swamped by a number of Academy players, led by Henry Lies.
That's better play by the line of scrimmage. That front 7 really wanted to stop that run and did better on first down. So now it leaves a little bit more for the IMG to get.
2nd and 4. Man in motion. It's Teddy Gorlick. It's handed off to Ash again. He gets close to a first down, and he will once again fall forward for the 2nd first down of this opening drive, and already we're at the 10-minute mark in the first period. Really great atmosphere already around this Loughborough University venue. Fantastic facility. Named Sports University of the Year 2022 here in England. And the facilities for sport and other academic pursuits second to none. Little jet sweep this time. Great tackle on the sideline. It's number 1, Arthur Debochi, and we chatted about him pre-game, Carl, that DB.
Yeah, he got an interception fumble return for a touchdown in the last time that these two teams played, did Arthur Debochi, and he's coming up and made a really nice hit on the sideline. coming in for that free safety spot where he's got that vision to be able to get to the sideline quickly, take his man down. Great tackle.
Xavier Southall on the carry there for IMG. Motion again, and it's Ash in that Wildcat formation again. Snagged after a pickup of 2 and then pushed backwards to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit there by the linebacking core. Henry Lyons once again in the heart of the mix.
Yeah, it just took a little bit of time for the NFL Academy defense to get to the right pace and tone of the IMG Academy. Coming out, and it looks like the defense are beginning to match them a little bit more now, but let's see what happens.
So a big third down for both units here. As Hamrick and the offense look to the sideline. The Academy really looking to try and get off the field if they can on this play. Going to the air for the first time. Little receiver screen looking to Ash. Ash met almost immediately for a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's really great defense from the NFL Academy on 3rd down. It's exactly what you need. Pressure up the middle early from that defensive player, Matti Kruger, defensive line, the German athlete, him coming through, and then the pressure was there, and nice tackle on the other end. That's what Steve Hagan wanted to see from his defense on the opening series.
So first pass attempt of the afternoon goes for a loss. Ben Lax back deep to return for the Academy. Successful first outing for the men in white. Nice spiraling punt, going to be fielded at the 10. Gets up to close to the 15, maybe the 14 before he's brought down. And we'll see the offense of the NFL Academy for the first time this evening.
Ben Lax on the return, and Ben Lax featured in the game last year against NFL Academy, but to be honest, Matt, he looks like a completely different athlete, much taller, much stronger. Just shows you the development that goes into these athletes just 12 months later, and he was looking very handy, but couldn't make an impact on that. But I expect that we'll be calling Ben Lax's name later on in this game.
So for the first time we see the starting offense of the NFL Academy, led by Italian quarterback Giacomo Troni. Oh, and the ball flies over his head. Don't think the officials were quite ready, and the starting offense wanted to get things going.
Ready for play. We will reset it and replay the down.
Yeah, definitely. The ball was snapped. A little bit eager there from the the Academy centre. No harm, no foul though, and we'll go 1st and 10 once again.
Giacomo Troni, obviously Sam Fenton, for the last 3 years was the lead quarterback for the Academy. Giacomo Troni, the Italian, taking over now, and he'll be keen to put his mark on this offense.
First down. Ball handed off to the right-hand side of the line, where Paul Brewer, German running back, picks up close to 9 yards on first down.
Brewer, a very handy runner. Played again against the IMG last year and was one of the standout athletes, got a lot of yards on the ground.
Both teams employing this hurry-up offense on their first series. 2nd and inches. Brewer with the ball again, straight up the middle. And that's going to have a first down and more.
That'll settle the nerves of the NFL Academy offense and their starting quarterback, Giacomo Troni. Didn't have to go to the air there, can give the ball to Paul Brewer. Reliable legs to move the sticks.
First down, NFL Academy on their own 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right for Troni. He looks to his right, swings the ball out, and it's popped up into the air. And the IMG team trying to make that tip drill work, but just can't get to the interception before it hits the ground. 2nd down.
Well, I hit Brewer in the hands. You'd expect Brewer to make that catch, and normally you would 9 times out of 10. Brewer would take that upfield.
Troni once again. Shotgun formation, 1 running back just behind him. It's handed off to that back. And that back finds a nice seam and picks up enough yardage for another NFL Academy first down.
Nice running from Justice Seelig, the German, again. making his presence felt early on, slashing runner, and a good switch up in the backfield from Paul Brewer.
The Academy keep with this hurry-up offense, trying to keep the tempo high. And that's a good hit just past the 45. But another positive pickup from Seelig.
Yeah, the main thing here for the NFL Academy is they keep gaining yards. You know, 5-yard pickup on. They haven't had to put the ball in the air yet, which is risk-free football if you can keep the ball on the ground. And impressed by this offensive line, managed to move this IMG defensive line off the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 4, whistles blow this one dead. It's going to be a false start against IMG, so that'll pin them back with the 2nd and 9.
Prior to the snap, illegal snap on the centre, 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
Oscar Poyser, centre, English centre for the Academy. A little excited still. We saw on the very first play of this series, he went before the referees were ready and a little bit too eager once again. So 2nd and 4 becomes 2nd and 9. Breuer back in the attack alongside Troney. And Lax in motion. He looks on a little wide receiver bubble screen this time. Picks up 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, IMG playing man. They put Ben Lax in motion right to left, and he delivers a little block just to free up some additional yardage. But only a couple, so it is going to bring up this longer 3rd down, and we're going to have to see Troney go to the air again.
So yeah, that favourable spot there for IMG. It's 3rd and 6, and Troney pumps once, then goes over the area. He's got a man, and it's caught at the 28. He's still on his feet, inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line.
Sebastian Harris. I wondered how long it would take for us to call his name. 6'2", 209 pounds, and he's really come on as an athlete. He's got blistering pace, but what you'll notice... and over the top to Sebastian Harris. It was all a defensive back could do just to make sure that he didn't score. It was Colton Brockett that was on the coverage for IMG.
1st and goal then from the 7, and Breuer is tasked with trying to march close to the goal line. Unsuccessfully on that occasion. He's going to lose a yard. Bring up 2nd and goal from about the 8. Impressive opening series from both offensive units, but Troney showing his acumen for that deep ball. Handed off once again. Breuer dances his way up the middle, can't get past the first man there, number 33 for IMG. That's Jason Paganis.
This is where Kyle Bray will ask his IMG front 7 to step up and stop this NFL Academy offense, but they look good. They look stronger than last year.
3rd and goal then. Can Troney find a ticket in? The opening score goes to the air again. He's got time. Back of the end zone. Oh, wide open! Touchdown! NFL Academy.
It's Dominic Tietz with the score, the opening score. Dominic Tietz, the German tight end. He's 6'4". You can see the size of him on the screen there. Finds his way to the corner, and Troney threw a beautiful pass, but it was Tietz that got free in the end zone. Let's have a look at the replay. IMG just in a man cover, in a zone coverage rather, and Tietz just gets lost in the back of the end zone. IMG will be disappointed with the defending on that play.
Andy Quinn on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. NFL Academy 7, IMG Academy 0. And what a methodical, professional-looking drive that was from the NFL Academy.
It was that big 3rd down and 5 play to Sebastian Harris that sets up the score to Tietz. And the NFL Academy look well drilled. They look bigger, they look stronger than they did last year, and they're really matching IMG punch for punch so far. Now last year IMG took a 14-0 lead. This is a completely different game. NFL Academy going up 7-0.
What impressed me there on the touchdown play, Carl, was the amount of time that Troney had. That offensive line of the academy really working well. And he was untouched, and like you say, Tietz then managed to navigate his way through that zone defense and all alone in the back of the end zone. Let's see, you know, these Americans will not lie down though. They had a successful opening drive, picked up 2 first downs. And they'll be looking to see if they can respond.
Well, keep an eye on Xavier Southall on this return.
Quinn then puts it in the direction of Southall. Fields it just outside his goal line, he's got a seam. And he bounces off to the left, but snagged by number 32 for the academy. That's Isaac Ubaka. But a danger sign there on the return. And IMG Academy go back to work on offense.
So IMG on their second series after the NFL Academy score. IMG made some good yards, but the NFL Academy defense stiffened, and it was the NFL Academy defense that have always been strong against these American teams and kept their offense in it. So let's see what they can do against the IMG Academy here.
Hamrick back to pass on first down. He looked deep, but now he's flushed out to his left, and he's sacked. Great pursuit there by linebacker Matty Kruger.
There's a couple of times Kruger's come off the left-hand side of that NFL Academy defense, and he's causing a lot of problems for the guard and tackle on that side of the offense for IMG. Matty Kruger, German player, really showing what he's made of.
Loss of 5 on first down, back to the ground, and it's Clay Ash. And Clay Ash gets thumped before he can get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Kruger again in on the play, turning that inside. And then the rest of the Academy defense really do lay the boom. That's a loss of yardage again. So consecutive downs where the IMG offense have lost yards.
So 3rd and 12 then. Hamrick got to go to the air, and he does. He looks, now he's flushed again, he's in trouble, and down he goes once again. And it's that same man, Matty Kruger, with his 2nd sack of the drive, let alone the game.
Yeah, Eli Hamrick looking absolutely stunned at the pressure that this NFL Academy defensive line are bringing. Dale Johns, the offensive lineman for IMG, is also down on that play. So it just gives us a chance to take a breather.
Wow. Exceptional start on both units. Offense, defense for the NFL Academy. I think the IMG Academy, fair to say, a little shell-shocked at the moment.
Impressed by the play of Jack Troney, the quarterback, number 18 for the NFL Academy. This is his first start at quarterback for the NFL Academy, and he missed the game in Dublin against Bonner and Prendy. So he's come out and really been great, you know, throwing the ball around, and he's been accurate as well. The missed drop was the Brewers just came out of his hands, but the accuracy of the pass to Sebastian Harris, and then the accuracy of the pass to Tietz in the back of the end zone. And he's had that time to really mature as Sam Fenton was leading this offense over the last 3 years. So Troney obviously learning from Fenton, learning from his coaching staff, and he's come out and really playing well so far in this first quarter.
You talk about the poise of a quarterback, and on that long completion that set up the touchdown, he had that pump fake as well, Carl, and to actually have the patience to hold the defense's eyes there and then go over the top shows real skill. Good to see the IMG offensive lineman making his own way off the field. It brings up 4th and long. Ben Lax back to return again for the Academy. And Lax fields that just inside his own 40, turns the corner up to midfield, and he's ushered out of bounds. And there's a flag on the play though.
These two teams slowly turning into a little rivalry that they've got going between them. This international rivalry between IMG and the NFL Academy, and Ben Lax making that play outside into the IMG sideline, and there was a little bit of afters, but no flags thrown.
The lights come on here at Loughborough
During
University.
the kick, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 15 of the receiving team. His penalty will be enforced 15 yards from the end of the kick. First down, NFL Academy.
Well, I thought there wasn't any flags, but there was.
Bobby Bridges, the guilty party there. Unnecessary roughness. So what looked like really promising field position. Still not bad field position at all, but it's going to be marched 15 yards back from where Lax took reception of that football. I say, Carl, the lights are on. We're in Loughborough and we've got Friday night football.
Friday night lights. We're glad you're joining us on the stream to watch this action between NFL Academy and IMG. Pitch looks great. These two teams look great. You know the IMG are going to slowly try and fight their way back into this game. There'll be no quit in that prideful group of men.
And IMG have brought a really strong travelling contingent of fans, family members, fans over from the States with them. And the Loughborough University crowd have also come out in force here on a Friday night. As Troney goes to the air on first down, he's looking deep, he's got a man out in front, and it's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Brian Winter. And if anything, just a tad underthrown, that one.
Just great defensive play from the IMG Academy defender, but look at the protection that Troney's got. There is no one within 3 yards. He's just there, throws the ball up, and that defender, we'll get a name for you in a second. We've got some repeat jerseys on the roster here, but just if he hadn't made that play, there would have been the second touchdown on the board, and there is no pressure coming from that IMG defensive line currently.
Like you say though, Carl, all sorts of time for Troney there to sit back in the pocket as he hands off on the jet sweep on second down. And that's well snagged. Great lateral pursuit by the IMG defenders. We caught his name earlier on, number 33 for IMG. That's Jason Paganis with the tackle.
That's what they need now. They need to get some of these defenders into the backfield to IMG and bring these runners down. It's great pursuit from his outside linebacker position. Just saw the hole, knife through. Lacks no chance on the edge.
Third and long then. Man in motion once again for Troney, setting up trips on the right hand side. Flag once again, more than likely against the offense. Here's our referee.
Prior to the snap, false start, 74 offense, 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
Veino Vartiainen of Finland, this time the guilty party on what has been a very, very impressive offensive line in this first quarter.
Saw the little bit of pressure coming. They were going to bring the blitz from Jason Paganis on that. The offensive lineman just twitched.
3rd and 15, then inside their own 20. NFL Academy looking for a way out. Back to the air, and Troney now tucks it and runs himself. He's got a seam up the middle. He gets back past the original line of scrimmage, plus a couple of yards, but that's going to be a 3 and out for the men in white.
Just
IMG
a design, sorry Matt, just a design quarterback draw for Troney, just to give them a little bit more room for this punt. But Troney picks up 7 and looks like he's got some good wheels on him as well as a good arm.
Went down awkwardly at the end of that tackle, but good to see him bounce back up as Andy Quinn will kick that one away to the ever dangerous Xavier Southall. Beautiful spiraling high hanging punt, and Southall signals for the fair catch and snags that out of the Loughborough night sky. First down, IMG, just outside their own 30-yard line. Here we go again.
Andy Quinn from Ireland, and his story is interesting. He played that game in Ireland, in Dublin. He actually lived down the road from where that game was played, and then he's converted to American football his first season, and he's showing his punting and kicking ability.
So 2 possessions each then. 2 first downs and a punt for IMG, followed by a 3 and out, and first possession was an 80-yard drive, culminating in that 8-yard touchdown pass to Tietz for the Academy before that latest 3 and out. First down, and Clay with the ball off to the left-hand side. Shepherded out of bounds this time, but a pickup of 8 on the play.
This is the end of the first quarter, end of the first.
Oh, wow, Carl, that's gone by in a flash.
12-minute quarters, so not as long as, you know, the adult game. But yeah, and a surprising score for a lot of people, I think, especially if you're watching in the United States, you're watching the stream. You know, I think the expectation is that whenever IMG take the field, that they're going to dominate and going to win games. I think a lot of people will be surprised 7-0 at the quarter, but they also know that IMG won't have any quit in them. They'll just come straight back and keep coming. But this NFL Academy team so far looking very high quality.
2 possessions each. That clock, a lot of plays on the ground, which obviously keeps the clock rolling. Troney successful through the air and looking very confident. That confidence building. And Hamrick at the moment, when he's dropped back to pass, he's been under pressure by that defense of the Academy, led by number 50, Matty Kruger. Kruger directing traffic already again on 2nd and 2 for the IMG Academy.
See lots of Loughborough students down here as well, watching the spectacle, as well as the great and the good from American football.
2nd down. Hamrick in the pistol this time. Final adjustments from the sideline. Let's see what the defense is about to throw at them. Twins both sides for Hamrick, and he drops back to pass. He's flushed again, and he's going to go down again. And it's that man again, Kruger, with his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I've said it before, I say it again, Kruger is causing absolute havoc to that offensive line from his defensive end position. They can't seem to handle him. And they're going to have to do something about it, because Hamrick currently is just having an absolute nightmare back there. He can't even set his legs before Kruger's all over him.
Well, there's pressure from each edge, and then he steps up, does Hamrick, and who's he met by? Matty Kruger. So great work by that whole defensive front. Pressure showing again from the Academy. Linebackers drop this time, and Hamrick slides off to his right-hand side, trying to move the pocket, get out of the way of Kruger. That ball falls incomplete. Intended for Oscar Sloan, we believe.
Yeah, and it hit the receivers in the hands. They've got the right idea. They have to do something about that pressure. What do? Well, let's roll the pocket and see if we can get away. Now, you'll see 3 or 4 blue jerseys, white jerseys rather, coming to your picture there in pursuit. Hit the receiver in the hands at the sticks. It's a catch you need to make in a game like this.
So 3 and out once again for IMG. Start of the 2nd period. Ben Lax once again back deep to receive. Another spiraling, hanging kick, and Lax gives a fair catch signal, successfully reels that one in. But so far, all NFL Academy call. 7-0, 11:07 left in the 2nd. Do you think there's an element of shell shock from IMG at this point, Carl? I know, obviously, like you say, they won't back down. They're, you know, they're football born and bred, and they're a high-quality unit on all sides of the ball. But a little bit of shell shock.
I think there's a bit of surprise at the speed and power that the Academy have this year compared to last.
1st down then. Ball handed off, and it's that man, Ben Lax. Once again with the carry, flags on the play on 1st down. You'd think in the region of holding possibly on this one.
Yeah, just a quick pass into the flats. IMG player goes down late on that, and it's going to march the NFL Academy back.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 77 of the offense, 15-yard penalty, the down counts, 2nd down.
Egyptian Yaya Ataya, the latest NFL Academy lineman to hear his name called for an infringement. Personal foul at the end of the play. That's never what you want, is it? You know, good positive play on 1st down, and now you're behind the chains on 2nd. Oh, sorry, on 1st down again, 1st and 20.
Yeah, but it also shows, you know, the NFL Academy offensive line, they really want to dominate at that line of scrimmage. They're coming out with a lot of aggression, a lot of power.
Troney hands off once again, and there's a seam up the middle. And Breuer dances his way to his left, then cuts back to his right. And gets all the penalty yardage back. 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Great block in there from number 72, Akram El Nagmi, who's from England himself, the 6'5" offensive lineman, just makes space for Brewer to pick up a lot of that yardage that they lost on the penalty.
Third down. Thrown into the air, gets the ball out into space, and it's Breuer who makes the first two men miss. Then he trucks over the defender and picks up a first down for the NFL Academy. Love the way that Trainer there threw into the blitz call.
Yeah, and Brewer had to make a really difficult catch. You'll see he's almost on his knees when he makes his catch. So Troney under a bit of pressure and the ball is low, catches it low, handles it well, then has the wherewithal to turn around and make a great move for the first down.
Way to finish a run as well. First down, new running back into the picture. Positive play on first down for number 30, Joey Williams, running back from England. Like you say, so many countries represented in this NFL Academy.
Yeah, 13 different countries, really showing that they've got some real talent on this roster.
So 2nd and 6 with 9:38 remaining.
Timeout taken. IMG. This is their first timeout of the first half.
And another punishing drive being put together by the NFL Academy. And what's impressive about this, a lot of time when teams get that personal foul penalty and they find themselves faced with, you know, a 2nd and 20, there's not a lot of plays in the playbook there, and you're on the back foot trying to move the chains. But for the academy players to have that belief and to be able to execute in the face of that adversity shows a great deal about the way that these guys are bonding together.
Yeah, and especially bonding on that offensive line. Really impressed by the way that offensive line is gelling and moving these IMG defensive players off the ball.
So IMG take their first timeout of the half. We played just under 3 minutes of this second period. Troney and the offense oozing confidence as they find themselves inside IMG territory. To the air goes Troney. He's flushed out to his left, keeps his eyes downfield, now tucks for a first down, looks to bounce to the outside, he's got a seam, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. But great work from Troney. The way he runs and obviously keeps threatening to pass before he gets that line of scrimmage, then tucks to make the defenders drop back. Really, really confident.
Jacob Hansen had to come over from the IMG defender just to make a saving tackle there, because Troney found himself in acres of space.
First down inside the red zone. Ball handed off once again. Joey Williams on the carry.
Here's the play from Troney. You can see he goes to his left-hand side, still looking to throw, but then he sees that running lane open up. Beats two defenders, and then Hansen has to use the sideline as that extra defender just to hustle him out of bounds.
Williams remains in at halfback alongside Troney. Trips to the right this time, and Troney looks to his right, then comes back to his left. Flush once again, zips the ball out towards the sideline, and that falls incomplete. Third and long, upcoming then, another successful drive for the NFL Academy offense. Another big ask though on third and long.
IMG need to bring some pressure to Troney. They're trying to blitz, but the offensive line are picking it up. Let's see whether they sit back or bring some players.
Good protection again, and he finds a man inside the 10, inside the 5, close, touchdown, NFL Academy. Dominic
Tietz with his second touchdown of the day, and IMG just can't get anywhere close to Troney. He's just having a lot of time back there, and this time IMG more in a man defense, but still couldn't defend the big 6'4" German from going in again. Well, this is a complete reverse of the score from last year, where IMG went up 2 touchdowns and NFL had to come back.
Andy Quinn adds the extra point. 14-0 NFL Academy lead.
That's making the fans happy here at the University of Loughborough. All smiles on the NFL Academy sideline. Here's the replay. Troney with time again, and Tietz finds that gap. And he's got such a big body and such great strength to push his way through two defenders into the end zone. NFL Academy celebrate their second touchdown.
Mentioned about IMG needing to bring pressure, and the offensive line held up really well again to give quarterback Giacomo Troney all the time he needed to thread that ball into Tietz, and Tietz did the rest.
Now, in last year's game, IMG went up 2 scores. It was the NFL Academy's special teams that had to make a play to bring them back into the game on a fumble recovery for a touchdown. And you can see the special teams for IMG just huddling up there. They need something to get the momentum back from this NFL Academy team. You just wonder whether it might come on special teams, whether Xavier Southall or one of these other returners can make something happen. They've been close a couple of times.
Think about the NFL Academy's drives so far. They've been sustained drives, executing play after play after play. You know, not big shots down the field, but just really, really well drilled as the ball sails through the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Quinn, the kicker and the punter. The young man from Ireland. That's how you stop special teams play. You just kick it out of the end zone. No chance for a return. Good boot on that one.
So Eli Hamrick and the IMG offense won't be panicking yet, but there'll be a sense of urgency now. They've proved they can move the ball on one of their drives, but then Matty Kruger and that NFL Academy defense have shut the door more recently. 3 sacks to Kruger's name so far. A little hitch pattern this time that finds its target. Number 82, Stephen Hannon, makes the oh, sorry.
You wonder what Kyle Bray will be saying to his players. Certainly didn't expect to come out here and be 2 scores down in the first half. He was here last year coaching this team to victory. And you know he'll be making adjustments on the sideline at half-time to bring his team back.
Playbook wide open now on 2nd and short. Cole Ash snagged in the backfield, manages to escape, but he's running for his life. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A great swarming defensive play once again.
Well, Cole Ash had to avoid 3-4 tackles just to make a few yards. The pressure from that defense is relentless. The first man there was Isaac Ubaka, the English linebacker, who forced his way in and caused the problems.
Guess who finished things off?
Yeah, Kruger coming in at the end to finish it off.
3rd and 3. Run up the middle this time. It's going to be short of a first down and a decision to make on 4th and a yard. 14 points down, your own 30-yard line. See what decision Kyle Bray goes at the moment, and looks like he's going to talk it over. Second timeout of the half for the IMG Academy. 6:47 left.
Timeout. IMG, second charge timeout.
This is an interesting decision here, Cole. 4th and about a yard. 14-0 adrift. Your own 30-yard line. Big call.
I think you punt this. I think you punt it. You trust that your defense can do something to get some pressure on Troney and hold. And you don't put yourself in a position where you can go 3 scores down going into the half. It's just too much of a risk at this point on the field. And the way the NFL Academy offense has been playing.
So, Coach Bray looked like, at the moment,
the game clock on the scoreboard is malfunctioning. Please disregard the game clock on the visible scoreboard.
Well, Bray's coming out confidently, put his offense out there. Let's see whether this is just to draw them offside. or to actually run something with crossing that wildcat.
Well, they're lining up for a QB sneak, and Hamrick does look like he's going to have the sufficient yardage to move the chains. Brave decision, and now there's a flag. So initially the first down has been picked up. This one could be against IMG.
It was a battle in there, wasn't it?
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 47 of the defence, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Kevin Benton, German linebacker.
That's why Coach Bray is coaching out there and I'm stood up here doing the commentating, because it turns out that was a great call. Got the first down and then gets the penalty on top, marches IMG Academy into the NFL Academy half.
So big call converting on 4th down on their own 30-yard line. See if it adds some impetus rather, as 5 yards ahead of Xavier Southall. That one from Hamrick, but showing some intent.
Nice defending from Javille Laidley, the defensive back from England. Sorry, Brandon Bryant, that was from Trinidad and Tobago, defending on that one.
Had a little bit more time there, and interestingly now, Hamrick comes out and lines up at receiver. Man goes in motion, and Clay keeps the ball. Clay Ash still on his feet, and he's met after a pickup of 4. That's Luke Yao Gale, defensive lineman.
I tell you what, the speed of these players, I mean, the age of it, we're stood right on the sideline, that was coming towards us, and it is frenetic energy out there. They are fast, big and strong, and these hits that are going in, they are impressive. Great running to try and find the edge. Great defending again.
A bit of confusion this time from the 2 receivers, and that's going to be a free 5 yards for IMG.
Offside, 32, defence, 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
Isaac Ibaka this time. The penalties stacking up for the NFL Academy.
Yeah, just on this drive, you feel like they've lost a little bit of discipline, and it was the offense that had a couple of penalties against them as well last time. Giving IMG some free yards.
So 3rd and a couple. Goes to the air, and he's got a man out front. It's Xavier Southall, and it's in and out of their hands. I think, if anything, that ball was just thrown a little bit too far out of bounds. Another interesting decision called on 4th down.
He's got a good arm. They know they need to inject something into their offense, and they haven't been having a lot of success just recently, so they're stretching that defense, forcing these defenders to defend these longer passes to hopefully open something up underneath.
So they went for it on 4th and short from their own 30. There's no reason to suggest they're not going to go for it on 4th and short on the NFL Academy 45, and they're lined up to do so. Exactly the same formation as previously. Exactly the same play as previously, with forward momentum, the same result. First down, IMG.
Yeah, but they're having to fight for it, aren't they, in there? They're not getting a lot of movement on that offensive line. But hats off to Coach Bray. Goes for it twice on 4th down to try and get his team back into it.
And in one regard, they need to get a sustained drive together themselves and keep that NFL offense away from the football. 5:20 to go in the first half. IMG have something going on this latest possession. Clay Ash with the handoff to the left this time. Spins his way to the 2nd level. Pickup of 6.
Good running from Clay Ash. That's a really solid pickup on 1st down, and the offensive line got a little bit of movement that time against Kruger on the edge.
Swirling winds here, Carl, every now and again in Loughborough, and that long ball we saw a couple of plays ago may well have been affected by that. Hamrick going to have to be aware of that as he goes back to pass again and drops the ball into the flats once again. Hits his tight end, who himself gets levelled. Number 14 on the reception, Teddy Gorlick.
Arthur Debochi, the Dutch defensive back, coming in to deliver the boom at the end of that play. NFL Academy really rallying well to the ball, working as a unit to shut down the run, so minimal pickup.
Feels like on this drive, Carl, it's 4 down territory every single time. 3rd and short. You've got to be in the mindset, I think, if you're an NFL Academy player, that they've got 2 downs here to get the required 1.5 yards. If Coach Bray and his play calling on this drive is anything to go by. So Hamrick then hands off to Clay Ash, and Clay Ash bounces his way up for another IMG first down. Move the sticks once again, officials.
The offense just getting a little bit of something going with their running game. It's not that those long passes they couldn't complete, but they had this. The NFL Academy offense had to stretch a little to do it. They have to take someone back out of the box. There's Coach Bray calling the signals as a head coach for Heinrich.
Bigger picture as well, Carl. Remember, the Academy, NFL Academy, won the coin toss and deferred to the second half, so IMG will be conscious about not giving them an extra shot here at the end of the first, as Heinrich goes to the air once again, looking for Southall, and that drops harmlessly in the end zone.
Flag down, so you wonder whether this is going to be against NFL Academy. It looked like they had double coverage down there on Southall, who is their IMG's danger man. Difficult to see from our position.
You say though, Carl, it is in the vicinity of a PI call, isn't it? Although nothing doing yet.
Pass interference, defense, number 31, 15-yard penalty, previous spot, automatic, first down.
Tanga Galiata. Let's have a look, Carl.
Yeah, it's good coverage. You'll see Xavier Southall just on the up pattern, and there's the push, clear in the end zone. No chance for Southall to make a reception when you're getting shoved off the ball in that way. So IMG, by hook or by crook, find their way into the NFL red zone.
Back to the air again. Ball up and out of the reach of his intended receiver, Clay Ash. It's a 15-yard penalty for pass interference rather than the spot foul, which puts the IMG Academy on the 17-yard line.
This is where it gets tough for IMG. Pitch gets squeezed, NFL Academy defense playing well.
2nd and 10. Cole Ash to the left. He runs a long way laterally and tries to spin and cut back upfield, but he's met by Kevin Benton, who brings him down. 3rd down.
That was just great defense on the edge. It looked like IMG were going to find the edge on that turn the corner.
The 2-minute warning. NFL Academy have 3 timeouts. IMG Academy have 1 timeout remaining.
So as I mentioned, 2 minutes to go. IMG won't be wanting to give the NFL Academy another possession before half-time, particularly considering that they get the ball at the beginning of the second half as well. But more importantly, they'll be wanting to open their account this evening, Will, the Floridians.
And this is the best chance, obviously, that they've had the entire half to put something in. But they've really had to work to get down here. They've had to go for it twice on 4th down. They needed to have that big pass interference penalty and a couple of penalties again from the NFL Academy defensive line that puts them in this position. It doesn't matter how you get down here. Now you've got to put it in, make the game close as you go into half-time.
And it would completely change the context and the feel of this game if IMG could get themselves in the end zone. But a big ask at the moment with this defense of the NFL Academy playing so well. Clay Ash bounces his way, looking for a hole in the center of that defense, but they can close it so quickly.
Yeah, now an NFL Academy player looks like it's got down there in the middle of that Sam Cross trying to get those additional yards, and then those defenders piling in. Thompson and Makuru on the tackle.
Possibly a little bit of cramp going on there, Cole, by the looks of things, shaking that leg out. Just off your picture, but hopefully not too serious. Training staff on, he's bounced straight back to his feet and have to come out for a play, obviously, but good to see. And it looks like IMG are bringing on their field goal unit to try and at least open their account. Quinn Stanley, 12th grade player, but
yeah, Quinn Stanley was there last year, returning to England for the return match, and he'll want to put his team on the scoreboard.
Good snap, good hold. Stanley slips as he kicks the football, and that goes wide to the left. So a really good sustained drive by IMG results in nothing. That will be really disappointing.
Yeah, Coach Bray won't like that one. Frustrating for IMG because they haven't had a lot of chances to move the ball. They had a good sort of first drive, but then it was all NFL Academy defense. You've got to take advantage of that field position when you get it in these games.
Now, how aggressive will head coach Steve Hagan and the NFL Academy go with a minute and change left? 3 timeouts remaining. To the ground on first down. The balance of these halfbacks tonight, Carl, on both sides has been really something to admire.
Brewer behind the running of that offensive line, and there's the answer to your question, Matt. They go hurry up. NFL Academy want more at the end of this first half.
To the air, swings it out, and it takes a one-hopper to the intended receiver.
Some of those short passes, Troney's drilling them in there. You feel like you need a little bit more touch on those if those are going to be caught.
Stops the clock, though. Maintaining the 3 timeouts that the Academy have.
There is Troney, the Italian. He's played really well so far, Giacomo Troney. 5'11", second year with the Academy. Showed a lot of skill tonight, a lot of poise.
Really feel like he's in control as well. Ball back on the ground to Seelig. Seelig trundles forward for a pickup of 7. Clock continues to run, 3rd down, NFL Academy.
Now keep your eye on number 10, Sebastian Harris.
Seelig again with a big hole, and he's out past midfield. It's a foot race. The 30 ducks back inside, taken down inside the 25 to about the 23. And the Academy knocking on the door again.
They've been carving up the holes, and Seelig shows that burst of speed. They want to go quick to the Academy. They just have to wait for this ball to be placed. Referees have to get there, and clock stops while the chains get set. Here's the run. Look at the hole up the middle. And it's great pursuit by that IMG defender who makes a saving tackle.
First down.
Martinez coming back.
Sorry, Carl. Back to the field, first down, and Troney scrambles to his right and tries to flip a ball into Seelig.
Yeah, I think this is going to a late hit against Troney on this.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 9 of the defense. Half distance to the goal, automatic. First down.
Great spot, Carl. Wasn't a difficult one though, was it? Quite obvious that.
The woes just continue for IMG in this half. Critical penalty off the back of that big run.
Still 3 timeouts for the NFL Academy as well. Inside the red zone, in fact, they're very close to the 10-yard line. Spot this first down at about the 12. Paul Breuer in the backfield once again, and he takes the football straight up the middle again. Bounces off the first tackle. Gets inside the 10, down to about the 9.
Speaking to Steve Hagan before the game, and he was saying you know, he wants to get as many game scenarios as he can in practice, and they're doing really well in this 2-minute drill.
Troney this time in the reverse, and he's got wide open field to the corner, into the end zone, touchdown, Brian Winter.
Right, they've been going to Brewer up the middle, and they just get IMG's eyes going the other direction. And Winter shows speed to get to the edge, just beats the IMG defense to the edge. German wide receiver. Here's the replay. Comes in motion there. You'll just see they fake it to Brewer. IMG get caught, and then it's just a race to the edge. And look at the offensive lineman out there, Oscar Poyser, the big 6'5" young athlete from England, making the key block to get Winter into the end zone.
And Quinn adds the extra point, 21-0, NFL Academy over the IMG Academy Varsity White. And like you say, Carl, with the NFL Academy taking possession at the beginning of the second half as well, IMG are really in a hole.
And it was that key roughing the passer penalty on IMG that put the NFL Academy in a position to take that score in.
So 4 possessions each team in this first half, Carl. 3 of them for the NFL Academy have ended in 7 points. And all 4 for IMG ended up scoreless. 2 3-and-outs. First possession, 2 first downs and a punt, and then a missed field goal on the most recent possession for IMG. Let's see now how Kyle Bray, the coaching staff, what adjustments can they make at half-time, because they're going to have to go to work, Carl.
Yeah, we'll just see what NFL Academy do here in terms of the kick. 9 seconds left in this half, so not a lot of time. They will just want to get in, not give the ball back to IMG if they can help it.
Huge booming kick into the night sky. Fielded forward, touchback by Southall. The IMG offense will retake the field.
You can't think they're going to try and do anything. You call it a day, don't you? You say, look, it's just one of those halves. We didn't play well. You down it. You go in at half-time, you make the adjustments you need to come out. And Coach Bray will be wanting to speak to his team, because he'll have seen a lot that he wants to correct.
You say that IMG haven't played well, but you have to give credit to that NFL Academy on all sides of the football. All 3 units come into play today. As Hamrick takes a knee, and that will take
This
us
is the end of the first half.
to half-time here at Loughborough University, with an incredible scoreline of the IMG Academy 0 and our NFL Academy 21. Oh, they haven't put a foot wrong, really, the boys in white.
Well, they started a little slow, but once they found the pace of the game and they got the speed of the game, they made the adjustments that they needed to make as athletes to really match IMG and then surpass IMG. They've come in with a lot of power, a lot of energy, a lot of poise, and they look a very different unit than they did a year ago. The athletes have grown in terms of size and stature, and we talked a little bit about IMG being a bit in shock at, you know, the difference that they're seeing in this unit, both on offense, defense and special teams. And I've been particularly impressed with the offensive and defensive lines for both units, you know, within the NFL Academy, because they're dominating both sides of the ball.
So let's bring you a few highlights then of that first half, as we see the NFL Academy make their way off the field. And now this is where Coach Kyle Bray and his coaching staff for the IMG Academy will really earn their money. Started off then with Troney. Great first drive, marching 80 yards down the field and finding number 87, Dominic Tietz, wide open in the back of the end zone for the first score.
And it was Sebastian Harris that set that up with a long reception to get in for that initial score to Tietz. You're just seeing it there, the German just Just some blown coverage really in the end zone by the IMG defence, and that'll be one of the adjustments Coach Bray wants to make at half-time.
Great defence from the NFL Academy as well. Shut out that IMG team, and then Troney back to the air and hit Tietz for his second score of the evening, straight down the middle.
And this was the Troney run that set this up for Tietz. Troney using his legs to get Tietz into a position where he could get his second score.
So 14-0 at that stage. And then late on in the second half, that reverse to the wide receiver, Brian Winter, who skipped his way into the corner to put them 21-0 up with Quinn's extra point.
That key pass interference set that score up. So there's been good play from the NFL Academy in this first half with that 21-0 score, and it does reflect the game. You know, they have looked dominant, and IMG have looked like they're struggling on that line of scrimmage to really stay with the size and power of the NFL Academy.
So 2 passing touchdowns for Troney, 2 receptions in the end zone for Tietz, and 1 on the ground for Brian Winter. Gives us our 21-0 scoreline. Don't forget though, Matty Kruger on the defense for the NFL Academy. Coming up big with 3 sacks as well. And just an all-round performance for the NFL Academy in that first half.
Yeah, we've really seen some quality in terms of getting some of those Div 1 athletes onto, you know, you can see why some of those NFL Academy athletes are winning those scholarships in Div 1 schools. And being here live, it's you know, you can really see the athletic ability of these athletes. Only 16 to 19-year-olds, but very impressive, Matt.
Indeed. We're going to go down to Jono shortly, but before we do, we've got a US Tour VT to bring you. Enjoy this.
I feel blessed right now. I can't believe it. It's like a dream.
Unreal, absolutely unreal.
Coach Mo, man. I'm the head football coach at Buffalo, man. Nice to meet you. You love
That's
football?
Group 6, that's Group 6.
Are you going to do the right thing?
Here we go, Group 7.
All right, man. I want to offer you a scholarship to Buffalo, man.
Did it, man.
Over the moon. I can't explain the words.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
I just got off from Marshall. Unreal, absolutely unreal.
Thank you. Thank you so much. First offer. Wow. I don't know what to say.
My guy!
You haven't even heard the score yet. No, say this. Huh? You could!
I'm hard! NFL Academy are eating today. Eating.
Incredible there with the NFL Academy guys. And Joe Marr joins me now. And actually, Joe, you were on the tour. But first, let me introduce you. This is a very long title. The Principal and CEO of Loughborough College, also the Pro Vice Chancellor for Sport here at Loughborough University. So a huge job role, and a job role that comes with the perks of getting to go on what looks like an amazing tour.
So, absolutely incredible tour. The athletes they did themselves proud. They did the college, the university and the academy proud. So many athletes came back with offers, and the most important part of it for us is they get their education as well as a world-class sporting offer, and that's what we're about. We're here to deliver Division 1 NCAA offers, and they're just brilliant.
It looked like it was also great for team building, because I mean, we saw the guys celebrating there, and these guys have presumably not even known each other that long in a lot of these cases, and to go on a tour to the US at that age is something incredible, and it's something that's happened because of this link up.
and it's part of their character development. So we think really carefully about their cultural education, about developing them around their sports sciences athletes. And you saw from the VT, the games that they're playing, they were competitive, you know, they really take them seriously, so they're just a pleasure to be around. And you know, it's part of, like tonight, Friday Night Lights, getting as part of that cultural fabric of America, of what they're going to go and experience. They've got to feel it, they've got to perform in that environment. So, you know, this tonight, as well as the US tour, are really flagship events for us.
Well, they really are. We also have another one coming up very soon, which we'll see a little bit of footage for, which is the Tottenham game on Tuesday. To be playing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I mean, here is amazing. We've got several hundred people here watching on a Friday night. There's a great atmosphere, and you know, everyone here has come down to support people. I saw you just chatting to some of the parents of one of the students as well. Maybe we'll catch up with them at the end of the game as well, because you know, it's just great to see so much support, and that is kind of, you know, this link up is huge for you know, the institutions I mentioned in Loughborough with the NFL Academy, because you know, the credibility that both bring each other for these students is huge. And you know, just watching that video there, if you're thinking of getting involved, I mean, it just shows that it can get you into America where the NFL is in sight.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about getting involved, contact us. So if you Google NFL Academy, we've got landing pages on both the college and the university website. But most importantly, it's that, how do you balance your education? How do you balance learning to be an elite athlete with the world-class facilities that we've got here on the campus? Getting to Tottenham is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these athletes. You think, and we're saying no, that's step one of a journey. When we get them back into America, think about an athlete getting to the draft and coming back and playing in Wembley and Tottenham for a franchise. That's the ambition that I've got for this academy. So this is, for me, it's just one step on that journey, because that's how high I think we can get to.
It's an incredible opportunity, and I imagine some of the guys that are playing on Tuesday will be there to watch the Bills versus the Jaguars on Sunday.
They're helping, they're working.
Wow,
yeah, we've got some of our
okay.
athletes helping, so we do character development. We really think about their broader development. So a lot of our athletes, they're working the game. Yeah, they'll be volunteering. We've got flag events with some of the primary school children going on. I'll be there as a member of the public. I love American football on Sunday, and then I'm working the fixture after.
There's also a huge event going on at Battersea Power Station, I see, tomorrow in London. A huge fan event with some flag opportunities for young kids. And I guess that is what it's all about, isn't it? It's you know, the Americans, and we mentioned this with Christian Scotland Williamson earlier, the American kids have grown up with this. We see the families cheering on the sidelines, and this is their sport. And you forget that in the UK, actually, most of these guys won't have played this sport until they've got, you know, quite far into their adolescence. And being able to go and start at a young age and play flag football at such a, you know, huge weekend of NFL being played in the UK, that's the start of the journey, and then that's where you take these kids further.
It's unbelievable. We want a full talent pipeline. Folks, flag football is one of the most inclusive sports that you will see. To see girls and boys playing together and hopefully getting that into the Olympic Games. You know, I think the announcement's due in the next few weeks. So for us, flag football is the, you know, the real start of this sport. And there's, you know, charities like the Youth Sport Trust that we can work with to help grow that game. But most importantly for us, developing them when they get to America. We want to continue to support these athletes. So we want you to start in the UK at the age of 5, and we want to support your development right the way through till you're with a franchise, and that's the ambition.
We have to move on very quickly, but you've also got a couple of students at least who are now in the US doing really well, that we saw last time out in August.
Absolutely. Peter and Emmanuel are doing brilliantly at Temple and at Tennessee, and also we hope, you know, Daniel's going to announce in a week or so that's going to be a really big announcement that we look forward to, and we wish the Academy the best of luck for the second half as well.
It's incredible. A huge amount of offers for Daniel as well, so it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. Joe Marr, thank you very much. We're going to move on now and give you a little insight to something we just discussed there, and that is Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Tuesday, and why you should probably get yourself a ticket right now.
The NFL came to Tottenham in 2019.
We were always here. The NFL Academy were the first to step on this field.
We practiced here in 2021 and got the taste for it.
Now it's time to play here for real. The NFL Academy is the UK's home team.
Now it's time for us to ball out on the biggest stage.
We'll be catching touchdowns in this amazing stadium.
We'll be making sacks in this amazing stadium. NFL Academy versus Erasmus Hall. Watch it live.
Well, of course, that is Tuesday. We still have a half to go here in Loughborough. The QR code to get yourselves tickets to Tuesday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium down in North London is in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen right now. So get your phone out, get the camera app open, scan that, and you'll get all the ticket information right there. Now, obviously, we've talked a lot about the NFL Academy. I was very lucky to get a little bit of a tour around the facilities earlier on. But actually, I mean, let's leave this to someone who actually played in the Super Bowl and actually won a Super Bowl, former New York Giants player. Jason Bell went to check out what's going on behind the scenes here at Loughborough.
Yeah. 6:30 a.m. in the morning. This is how you learn how to compete. Is it competitive? Because it feels like it.
Very. So when you start throwing on the big boy weights, that's when it's like, oh snap that. So you're gonna see who the real lifters are in it.
Right about now, your arms are on fire.
This program is by far the most interesting program for football development in the world. We have 62 athletes from 13 different countries. Our goal, college scholarships.
I'm having a flashback up here. I'm enjoying every second of this. I really am. I mean, this whole day thus far, I mean, working out in the morning, getting coached up, I mean, this is what it's all about.
1, 2, 3, NFL Academy!
You know, as a former player, the thing I miss the most is this, being on the practice field, just being around my friends. Walk. Right there, see? Oh, don't worry about that. Don't even worry about that. No chance the quarterback's gonna have that kind of time. Good job. Big dudes win, man. And I hang out with the big dudes all the time because you can get in anywhere with them. Everybody wants to talk to you.
It looks like it.
How many scholarship offers do you have at this point?
At this point, I have 31 scholarship offers.
31. Because people don't understand how that is. You go to a camp and you go do what?
Yeah, so you go to these camps in summer. It's basically where you have a bunch of coaches looking at you whilst you work out, warm up, do one-on-one, do certain drills. And from that, they grade you and be able to give you the opportunity to either give you a scholarship and review you as a player. I feel like there's no difference between competition and the level. A lot of coaches are surprised to hear that I've only been playing football for 2 years. The only difference is exposure. Like, we're not in the US, so we have to make sure we build ourselves a brand. The NFL's done an amazing job to help us to be able to go out to these camps, get this exposure, and give us the opportunity to get scholarships like myself and many others.
Man, I can't wait till you to go out there and have the success that's in front of you because you bought in, and that's where you are today, man. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
We're all proud of you, bro. Go do it.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, Daniel there, who we just heard from Joe, has got a lot of offers on the table. We're going to find out where he's chosen to go later next week, as you see the Academy from IMG coming out behind for the second half here. But this stream is brought to you by Hype, and we have to say a big thank you to those guys for supporting what we're doing here tonight. Thank you very much to Hype for sponsoring what we're doing here. Score, of course, at halftime, impressive. IMG 0, the NFL Academy 21 going into the second half. We'll bring that up for you very, very soon, but first let's hear from Chris Durham.
I'm here with Chris Durham, who is the NFL Academy Head of Football Development, ex-Seattle Seahawks player, ex-Detroit Lions player. It's great to have you here, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about your role here within the NFL Academy and some of the things that you have to make sure happens to put on a great spectacle like this.
Yeah, so
pretty much we look at players from all across the world. So we have players, there's 62 players, 13 different countries. We're out here looking for whether you're a basketball player, whether you're an American football player, it doesn't matter. We're looking for great athletes that are looking to get into the sport, and we're helping pave that path through whether it's academics and athletics.
And what sort of things are you doing internationally to attract players to the NFL Academy and spread the word?
Well, we have a couple different programs. One is our NFL flag. Right now we're sitting there in numerous countries running flags, so that's going to be mainly up to age 14. Then we have this high school age academy, so 16 to 19. So we're helping continue to develop through that, and then hopefully into the NCAA and finally into the NFL.
And how much effort goes into really preparing these 16 to 19-year-olds for that pathway into the NCAA? I mean, it's a lot of work to get them there because obviously they have all the American opposition to overcome.
Well, it's a lot to overcome, as probably people can attest. I'm an American, so I've seen it from both sides. I played both domestically at the highest level and then came over to Europe and played, so I've seen it in reverse order from what some of these students are going through. But it's achievable. We've had success. We've been able to send over 20 players to the NCAA already. We have actually 11 this year on NCAA Division I rosters. So we're just continuing to grow. We're continuing to grow this sport, and just can't wait to see this game out here today.
Now, what are you expecting in the game today? Because it was 26-14 to IMG last time. It was a close game, though, especially in that first half. What are you expecting here today from the Academy?
Well, that's the beauty of year to year. It's a new year. We have a new team. We have a new head coach. We have 30-plus new players. So I expect a competitive game. We've been training since August. They're ready. They're going to come out and give it their best shot.
Chris Durham, so great to speak to you. We'll let you get off and do what you need to do pre-game.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Let's hand back to John.
Well, that's head of football Chris Durham, and I've just seen a man here who's come and watched the screen and wanted to see what was going on, and that is Chris's dad, Mike. How you doing, Mike?
Just fine. Glad to be here.
Just bring your microphone up to your mouth there. But you were just telling me before we came on that you're over here because Buffalo Bills might be in town playing my team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's correct. Christopher's cousin and my nephew, Balin Spector, plays for Buffalo Bills, and we found out this plan, so we thought we'd come over here, and Christopher said, yeah, so we come up here to watch the games here, and I think they won Tuesday night in Tottenham, so that's why we came over to visit him.
That's incredible. Which team do you support?
Buffalo Bills.
You are Buffalo Bills. I just had to check that because some people say people are involved in a team and they don't then support them. So
I support when Christopher played in the NFL. Seattle Seahawks, Detroit Lions, whoever he was playing for is who we support.
You've got a lot of jerseys in the cupboard, I imagine.
We have a few. We have a few.
A lot of merchandise. Well, it must be great to come over and look at the good work he's doing over here, but also come and see your team play.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're going to basically watch that team play on Sunday, and let's hope it's a tie because I'm a Jags fan, maybe.
Well, Trevor Lawrence is from Cartersville, Georgia, which is about 20 minutes from our house.
Okay, so you've got skin in both sides.
And Trevor Lawrence and Balin, our nephew, both played at Clemson.
Oh, perfect.
So that it'd be kind of a reunion for them. So we saw Clemson and Trevor quite a few times when they was at Clemson.
I mean, I managed to go over and watch Trevor, and watching him play for Clemson.
I actually saw Trevor play in high school because Cartersville and Calhoun, where Christopher's from and we're from, play each other also in high school football.
Oh, really?
So we got to see him when he was in high school, and the school that I taught at also played him in high school football. So I saw Trevor growing up through high school football, then through Clemson and now the NFL. So yeah, he's tremendous.
He really, really is. And I was going to say it's going to be amazing on Sunday to watch him, abroad in the UK for the London games, playing at that same stadium that then Chris is heavily involved in on Tuesday. And it's, for these players, and you've watched a lot of youth players, and over here in the UK, it's with the NFL Academy coming around in 2019, it's kind of new for us. We haven't seen kids playing from a young age, and that's what we're trying to promote here. But you've seen that. It must be incredible to watch these young players get an opportunity to play at one of the UK's best stadiums. I know compared to the US it's maybe even slightly smaller, but here it's the newest, best stadium here.
Oh, it'll be a tremendous feeling for those guys when they walk in that stadium and see how big it is. Because that's the size of the stadiums over in the States. They fill them up. So just be in the stadium to see where the pros play. It'll be a very exciting time for those kids.
Hugely inspiring. Mike, thank you very much for chatting to me there. Very impromptu, but as we had your son on, we've got to feature him. Let's get ready then for the second half. IMG are down 21-0 to the NFL Academy. Let's go back to our commentary team of Carl Walkinshaw, but first Matt Walker.
Thank you, Jono. We're still in shock a little bit here in the commentary booth. Exceptional first half from the NFL Academy. IMG got to come out and stop that force. And as we approach half-time, as we approach the second half, we heard at half-time about the number of players who are getting opportunities, Carl, over in the States.
Yeah, there's a lot of NFL Academy alumni currently playing Div 1 college football, but equally IMG have their own list of players that are a mile long that they've also got that have won Div 1 scholarships. Just from the NFL Academy, got Seydou Traore, the tight end who's with Mississippi State, Darren Agu with Vanderbilt, Freddie Pelling from the University of Hawaii, Peter Clark, who we saw in this game last year, who'd already won his offer to Temple University, he's there. The great Kofi Taylor Barracks at the University of Colorado Boulder playing for Coach Deion Sanders. You've got Alatunde Mukparu, who's at Bryant, Dimitri Madden, University of Texas, and we'll try and get also to some of those IMG athletes that have also won scholarships. Now, it was interesting coming out at halftime. IMG took significantly longer in the locker room to come out, and I just wonder whether that is because they had some further discussion to have around the adjustments they need to make in this second half.
And where do those adjustments start, Carl, for Coach Bray?
First thing they're going to have to do is get the NFL Academy offense off the field.
Second half underway, line drive. Fielded by number 1, Arthur Debochi. And unfortunately, as he fielded it, put his knee down at the same time, and that's where the NFL Academy's opening series of this second half will begin. If you're just joining us, 4 possessions for the NFL Academy in the first half, resulting in 3 touchdowns.
You mentioned Arthur Debochi, number 1. He had a highly successful trip to Atlanta. He picked up offers from Florida A&M and Alabama State, and so he's already got offers under his belt.
So Giacomo Troni on first down, hands off. And a good run. Runs a long way for a pickup of a yard, does Justus Seelig.
Well, he was pursued the whole way by an IMG defender who was William Helms, who just chased him down and just was relentless on that backside pursuit, so he couldn't turn it up, and they just bubbled him to the edge.
So, second down then. Ball handed off once again up the middle. Picks up a couple before he's met by 2 IMG defenders.
Been impressed by number 33 for IMG, Jason Paganis, coming in and delivering a good shot to end that run. And that's what they need to do, IMG. Need to play more aggressively in and around the box, not get bullied by this NFL Academy offensive line.
3rd and 7. Troni to the air, now has to tuck it and run. Tries to make one man miss, which he does, and he gets close to a first down. He's going to be short. That'll be 3 and out for the NFL Academy at the beginning of this second half, and IMG will take that as a win.
Yeah, definitely. They're more aggressive in and around the box. Harry Smith came in there and just denied Troni the additional yard he would have needed to convert. And you can see they're coming in with a lot more speed and aggression and intention at the beginning of this Q3 of the defense to get this Academy offense off the field.
Quinn on to punt. Start of the 3rd period. Beautiful snap. High hanging kick. Bounces and takes an NFL Academy bounce inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. First down, IMG.
There we have it without a 50-yard kick. No return. IMG now did the first stage of trying to claw their way back into this game, which is to get the ball. Now they need to get some momentum on their own side.
Hamrick stays at quarterback with Clay Ash alongside him in the backfield. 2 receivers either side for Hamrick, and he goes to the air. Finds his man on first down, who is Teddy Gorlick.
Tight end Teddy Gorlick, just trying to get plays to different players that the NFL Academy won't have seen before, and just taking the space that the NFL Academy zone defense is offering as they continue to march.
Oof, high snap handled well by Hamrick. And then Clay Ash goes straight up the middle and is demolished after a pickup of 3.
Azubuike, the Nigerian, really tall Nigerian, 6'8", makes the tackle on that one.
Interesting when that works. The tackles stand up, guards and centres stay down. As Hamrick gets the adjustments prior to this second down play. To the air again, he's under pressure! He escapes the first, but he can't escape the second. And guess who? Matty Kruger once again with sack number 4 on the evening.
Yeah, Kruger and
Personal
Omakuru
foul,
say...
face mask, number 50 of the defense, 15 yards, previous spot, automatic, first down.
Kruger and Amakura say, I'll meet you at the quarterback, but unfortunately on his way, Kruger's pulled Hamrick down by the face mask, and so that'll be wiped off the board.
Once again, Carl, no time for Hamrick there to set his feet and look downfield. He's under pressure straight away from this aggressive NFL Academy defense. First down, nevertheless, to the air once again. Caught on the near sideline. Caught his name a few times. Xavier Southall yet to pop in this one.
Yeah, Xavier Southall, one of those players that is securing attention from Div 1 schools, and he continues to impress today. He's recently committed to Notre Dame. The interesting thing about Southall was his father also played on the 1988 National Division Notre Dame squad.
Back to the ground with Clay Ash on second down. And Ash is going to bring up 3rd and 4 on a very direct, penetrating run straight between the tackles.
Critical down here for IMG to keep this drive alive. Steve Hagan, he'll have made adjustments at half-time as well to his team. But IMG have come out with some determination in the first part of this Q3.
The wind picking up here in Loughborough as Hamrick goes to the air once again. Completes the pass for another IMG first down.
And you asked, Matt, you know, what adjustments are IMG going to make? They're going to that short passing game a lot more than they did in the first half. They couldn't get the running game going. And whilst the deep pass, they were trying to get those completions, really didn't connect with anything deep. So going to that short passing attack.
Looks short to his right, then looks again, steps up into the pocket, and the ball is out. And it's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Just for a second, that was a late whistle. I think the referees were wondering whether that was going to be ruled a fumble, but it is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Kruger again with the hit on Hamrick. So that's 3 sacks and must have had another 3-4 hurries as well.
Second down, 10 yards still remaining for Hamrick and the IMG offense. To the air again, that short passing game hits the slot receiver on a slant. And it's Teddy Gorlick once again.
He didn't look at Gorlick in the first half. Now he's becoming Mr. Dependable, moving the sticks just those 4 or 5 yards, taking what the defense give them. And you know that Coach Hagan is looking at that and thinking about moving his defensive backs into bump positions, which they take up now.
Hamrick, this time Hamrick tries to take the ball himself, and he keeps those legs driving and picks up another IMG first down. You saw a little conversation there with his halfback say, I'm going on this, get in front of me.
Yeah, ran a couple of times in that first series. They ran that quarterback draw, and Hamrick does enough to move the sticks again. This is good from IMG.
This time the halfback does get the ball. Clay Ash jinks his way for a pickup of 5.
Clay Ash, he's got a preferred walk-on offer at WVU. He was named Florida Player of the Week after a game against Key West. We've seen some of his talent on display here tonight.
The tempo of this IMG offense at the beginning of this second half is considerably higher anything we saw in the first half, and as you said, Carl, that short game proving effective. As Hamrick once again looks right, now he scrambles, slushes out to his left, throws back across his body, and it falls incomplete.
Good defending there from the NFL Academy, because on those rollouts, always difficult to defend those scramble drills. NFL Academy defenders nice and disciplined, staying with their receivers.
Yeah, that wind really picking up here at Loughborough University this evening. If you can hear it on our mics. Not in the most sheltered of commentary positions, so apologies. We'll continue to do our best for you. So 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Hamrick hands off again. And Ash bounces his way to the left and to the right and finds himself into the end zone. Touchdown IMG.
That's why he was Florida High School Player of the Week. Finally gets IMG on the board. And that was a determined, gritty drive from IMG. Pulling out the stops on the quarterback draw. Here's the replay. Ash to his left and then cuts behind a great block by his offensive lineman, Josh Love, to take it into the end zone. First points for IMG on their first drive of Q3.
On comes Quinn Stanley to try and add the extra point. Kick is up. And the PAT is good. NFL Academy 21, IMG Academy 7. And that changes the complexion completely of this game. 3 and out for the NFL Academy at the start of the 3rd quarter, and a nice long sustained drive for Coach Bray and the IMG offense.
And anyone that knows anything about the IMG Academy knows that they'll find a way to win. And the NFL Academy now have to make their own adjustments, having seen what IMG offense want to do with that short passing game. The NFL Academy defensive coordinator will get together with his team, talk about how they shut that down. So the cat and mouse game continues here at University of Loughborough under these lights.
Steve Hagan, head coach of the NFL Academy, would have preached to be aware of complacency of that 21-point halftime advantage. It's even more important now after IMG find their way onto the scoreboard. We said it in the first half, great atmosphere here at Loughborough University, great facilities under the lights here on Friday night. This October evening, great attendance all the way around this pitch here. The incredible University of Loughborough. Quinn having a bit of an issue with the ball there on the tee due to the wind. Ready to go once again. Oh, a little squib kick this time from Quinn, bounced over the head of the up-back. Fielded inside the 20, and there's a seam out to the 40. Still on his feet at the 45, out to the 46-yard line. And oftentimes, and there's a late flag comes in, Carl, but oftentimes those little squib kicks just put both teams out.
When you're trying to kick the ball into space like that, it's a risk. It's always a risk that you have an up-back.
Personal foul, face mask, number 9 of the kicking team. 15 yards from the end of the run, 1st down NFL Academy.
It's always a risk that you have an up-back there that can pick up the ball with a shorter field.
So that short field does play to the advantage of the NFL Academy. Going to take possession on the IMG 40-yard line. Looking to open their account for the second half. First down is on the ground. Joey Williams with the carry.
Thought Coach Hagan would try and rotate as many players in as he can. We've seen 3 running backs now. We've seen obviously the great Paul Brewer, and Seelig and Joey Williams.
Really good disguise on that play. Little read option play there as Troney puts the ball into Joey Williams' gut and then pulls it out at the last minute and picks up first down of his own. NFL Academy in business. Troney to the air, pumps, now he's in trouble, throws off his back foot, and that's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver.
They know that they've got to put Troney under more pressure than they have, so bringing blitzes with linebackers. That time it was Marshall Muldry for IMG who got the pressure on Troney, just threw off his timing, incomplete, and those were being complete early on in the first half. On that play, not successful.
The wind picks up once again. Troney goes back to the air, throws a receiver screen out to his left-hand side. Not much doing on that play, which will bring up 3rd and long.
Lots of support here for IMG Academy, and the fans finally having something to cheer about. They've got bells and whistles here, and you finally hear the bells ringing. But it's taken some time for them to have anything to celebrate.
Third down for Troney. Joey Williams remains in the backfield. To the air once again. Got time, but there's a flag coming, and that's in and out of the hands in the end zone.
I think this is going to go against NFL Academy for a clip block.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist, number 30 of the offense, 15 yards, previous spot, replay of the down.
It's Joey Williams, a running back, who just dived at the defender's legs. You'll see here on the screen, watch the middle of your screen here, there's the clip, just turns him right on his head.
Correction, this penalty is declined, 4th down. Apology.
So interesting, Matt, IMG would decline that, bring up the 4th down.
Troney and the offense remain on the field. And now, switch. Andy Quinn and the kicking team look to try and establish some points for the NFL Academy. This will be about a 44-yard attempt. That kick is up and it's wide to the right. So the IMG Academy definitely on top at the beginning of this 3rd period.
Good decision again from Coach Bray to decline the penalty, because the field goal was missed anyway. That wind's kind of in the stadium now, Matt, down here. We can feel it as well, so clearly impacting those kicks.
So 2 second-half possessions for the Loughborough-based NFL Academy. 3 and out, and then a short field, resulting in a missed field goal. 1 possession for IMG, resulting in their first 7 points of the game. The ball is handed off once again. Clay Ash, definitely the workhorse of this offense so far.
Yeah, and they're just getting a little bit of momentum now, IMG. They got the score, they hold them without the field goal. You felt like if there was a score there from the NFL, it would have taken the momentum back, but still with IMG at the moment. Now they're relying on those coaches to bring the plays in.
Hamrick to the air, that short passing game once again, and it's well read by that defensive back, Bitanga Kaliata.
That's the adjustment. They're now, you know, they've spoken to the defense on the NFL Academy, and they're now jumping those routes underneath to take them away. IMG have to think again about how they can convert on this 3rd down.
2nd and 5 becomes 3rd and 5. Inside their 25-yard line. Hamrick hands off. And a beautiful movement once again by Clay Ash. But it will be 4th down.
Yeah, just got him, didn't they? Just got his knee to the ground before he got past the yard to gain.
Thompson Umakaro banged up on that play.
Well, we know Coach Bray's not shy about going for it on 4th down, even in his own half.
He's got an opportunity to talk it over with the injury to Umakaro. We're good to see him coming off under his own power. Let's see what decision Coach Bray has made this time. And it looks like that similar formation that we saw a couple of times in the first half. Flags as Hamrick burst through the line. All for naught.
Offside, number 98, defence, 5-yard penalty brings up first down.
That's the easiest way to pick up a first down, Cole.
That's one way to do it, and the easiest way to do it is to get them offside. It wasn't a design, they weren't trying to bait the defence offside, they just lost discipline. And they'll be disappointed in that, it's giving away a free first down.
There's definitely been a momentum swing so far at the beginning of this second half. Only about 3 minutes remaining as well in the third quarter. Clay Ash on the carry again, and he's got some acceleration and some room off the right-hand side of the line. Picks up 15 for another IMG first down.
He's really come to life, hasn't he, Clay Ash? Touchdown already on the board, but he's getting better blocks from his offensive line. And they're just finding some little inroads in the run game.
There's that short pass once again, a 2-yard completion. Then goes for 10 yards after the reception. And that's what they're trying to do at the minute now. They're trying to build up those yak yards, get the ball into the playmakers' hands quickly, and then let them go to work. Second and 2, IMG. Inside NFL Academy territory. Clay Ash, once again, the lateral movement and sidestep is quite incredible. He finds his way for another IMG first down.
He is a dynamic runner, and it's exciting to watch him play this game. But equally, you know, some of those NFL Academy defenders tracking him down. First down on that. They haven't even got the stick set, and off we go.
And it's Clay Ash once again. He's going to be close to 100 yards at the moment as that hurry-up offense continues to operate. Hamrick goes back to that same receiver screen, and it's Southall with the reception, close to first down yardage.
Yeah, play to the flat, but they're tackling a little earlier than they were before. They're taking away where IMG were getting 4 or 5 yards, they're only picking up 2 or 3 to the flat. Now they're crowding that line of scrimmage, looking for that inside run.
You feel this is 4-down territory once again, though, as Ash says, we don't need 4 downs. I'll pick it up, and then some. It's going to be first down and goal.
Clever call from the sideline. They saw the double A-gap blitz that the NFL Academy were putting on there.
Timeout taken, NFL Academy. This is their first charge timeout of the second half.
And then what they did was just, you know, got a call to get it to cross on the edge, so the linebackers couldn't pursue out there. So easy first down yardage.
Completely different ball game from the first half, Cole.
Yeah, and this is what happens at half-time. This is what great coaching does. You know, you get the players into the locker room. You're able to see as coaches what's going on in the field. You can G up your players, but it's not just about motivation. It's about practical adjustments that you can make and go to different parts of your game. And that's what IMG have done successfully at the beginning of this Q3.
So first and goal. When we come back, you know that Clay Ash will continue to be the focal point of this IMG offense. His acceleration from a standing point, Carl, is quite phenomenal.
Yeah, it is, and he's got that offer to you know, that university team, the Div 1 team, but even the quarterback here, Eli Hamrick, he's a sophomore who's just received an offer to Toledo as a freshman. So there's lots of talent within this IMG offense. They just didn't have a chance to showcase it much in that first half against a great NFL Academy defense, but it's coming to life now for them.
First and goal. Ash this time in that wildcat formation once again. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to look for space up the middle, spin away from the tackle, fall forward into the end zone. Touchdown, IMG, Clay Ash.
Great blocking from the IMG offensive line, really making it happen where they weren't in the first half. Watch here, they go that wildcat, and there's that cut block. Love again. Other great blocks getting in, and look at them driving those defenders off the line. They weren't doing that in the first half, but they've had a word at halftime, said you have to come to life as an offensive line. They absolutely have. They've responded well of IMG.
Here comes Quinn Stanley. Kick sails into the Loughborough night sky and cuts the deficit to 1 touchdown. 21-14, NFL Academy. One man we haven't mentioned in the second half at all, Matty Kruger, because of the speed of that short passing game now from IMG.
Definitely, they've found a way to cut down on his impact on the game. That offensive line is moving. NFL Academy will want a sustained offensive drive of their own now. But here we are, Matt. Suddenly a game has sprung out.
This is why we love this sport so much. We talk about 4 or 5 plays making a difference in any ball game, and this has definitely been a game of 2 contrasting halves, to say the least. NFL Academy executed so well in all 3 phases in the first half, and IMG have completely flipped the switch and are putting on their own display in Q3. Quinn Stanley and his special teams unit. Things underway once again. Another squib kick along the ground. Fielded once again by Debochi. And that's great special teams pursuits. Arthur Debochi, nowhere to go.
Great kick coverage. They've changed everything on the IMG. They're changing the way they kick the ball, changing where they throw the ball. You know, they change everything, from special teams to defense, and they've just made sure that this NFL Academy team are off balance in all different aspects of the game, Matt, whether it be in special teams, on offense or on defense.
And it's really interesting now. You've seen the adjustments that IMG have made. Now let's see whether or not the NFL Academy can adapt themselves. First down run from Paul Breuer. Back in the attack. Back in the attack for the NFL Academy. Pickup of 7 on first down for Breuer. Good defensive play that time.
Jason Paganis has been a highlight for IMG on defense. Been moving between that middle linebacker and outside linebacker position. Flag down on the near sideline here as we're looking at it. There's Christian, one of those NFL Academy alumni players.
Sideline warning on the NFL Academy. This is their first sideline warning.
Oh, I don't think it was Christian. He looks perfectly calm there. It wasn't on him.
A little bit of ill discipline creeping in now as the NFL Academy lead begins to evaporate and face a 3rd and 6. Troney may have to go back to the air on 3rd down. Looks to his left, keeps his eyes left, goes over the top, and he's got a man out in front, makes the reception into IMG territory. It's Ben Lax.
That's a backbreaker. But he come out, you know, the other team's got some momentum. How do you break their back? Well, you go deep to one of your best receivers, Ben Lax. Takes him straight into IMG territory, and it just rips the momentum straight back to your own team.
Great work by that offensive line once again.
Here's a replay on that. Troney again, look at the time. Lax has a step on his man. It's the safety that has to come across to make the tackle as we come to the end of this Q3.
And a Q3 that has belonged to the IMG Academy Varsity White, but ends with a flourish for the NFL Academy. 12 minutes left in this second of 3 outings for the NFL Academy in this autumn series. Looking to try and beat American opposition for the first time in their history. And it's really in the balance, Cole.
If you want to watch these guys again at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, there's the QR code on the screen. Zap that with your phone, get your tickets now. These IMG NFL Academy will be playing again in another exciting encounter under the lights, this time under the big lights at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Look forward to seeing you there. Q4's anyone's game, Matt.
It is indeed, and it's going to ignite on this blowy Friday night in Loughborough. And it all comes down to who wants it more, who can execute more.
Offside on the defense, lined up in the neutral zone 22. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Another call going the way of NFL Academy.
Correction, 52. The number on the foul was 52.
That's Marshall Muldry, 12th grade linebacker. Troney back to work then. Paul Breer back to work again.
Yeah, nice running. And you know, this beginning of this Q4 starts after that big pass to Ben Lax. Then the penalty to IMG brings up a short second down. IMG will be in trouble here unless they can get this drive stopped quickly.
And there's another offside penalty. Troney doing very well, drawing that defensive line.
81 of the defense. 5-yard penalty brings up a first down.
Cole Savino called on the penalty. 10 yards of penalties. Sticks move, 3 yards for the NFL Academy.
And of course, getting offside calls like that, Cole, just makes the defense sit back a little bit, doesn't it, on the heels, which gives a bit of an advantage to the offense then moving forward. So great work by Troney. First down just outside the red zone. Brewer up the middle once again.
This is a controlled drive from the NFL Academy. It's you know, it's a potentially back-breaking drive for IMG if they don't manage to stop NFL Academy getting a score here. Back to that 2-score lead. Difficult to come back from that.
Yeah, definitely when we've only had sort of 2-3 possessions in each quarter as well. Troney to the air, now has to step up, and he gets met in the backfield. That's going to be a sack.
Watch out, the ball looks like it might have come loose. I think NFL Academy have recovered it, Matt.
Yeah, great pressure once again by the defense to bring up 3rd and long.
Troney got punished that time, but I think you'll see here as he just goes to his left-hand side. Watch the hit that comes in from Pangoni again. He's just driving. The ball did come out, and it was the NFL Academy's running back, Adrian Maluka, that had to jump on that, the German running back, saving the embarrassment for NFL Academy.
That ball was sat on the floor for an age. Troney back to the air. Going up top, in and out, and that's almost intercepted in the end zone. Receiver playing DB at the end of the day there.
Great defensive back play from Tyler Slomka. Sebastian Harris, a difficult man to cover in the end zone. Many times NFL Academy have scored on that. Slomka did really well. You'll see he gets ball side. It's a 50-50 ball as it goes to the air. Slomka never takes his eyes off it. Very nearly gets the pick. Harris has to do some quick defending.
So on comes Andy Quinn, once again missed on his last field goal attempt in the third period. Looking to try and give the NFL Academy a 10-point lead. Nice high hanging kick, looks good from where we are, and the officials agree. Aidan Quinn tacks on 3 more.
That's a beautiful kick from the young Irishman. Just gives that 2-score cushion again back to the NFL Academy. But it was lots of penalties and mistakes from IMG that got the NFL Academy down there in position to make that field goal. Very nearly had a turnover on a couple of downs. You know, the game can turn on just a few inches, a few plays. You know, if Slomky makes the interception, it shuts down the drive. If Pangoni gets the fumble, it shuts down the drive. But the NFL Academy managing to keep hold of the ball and get 3 on the board.
Score last time these two sides met was 26-14 in favour of IMG. Currently 24-14 in favour of the NFL Academy. Can they maintain that advantage? 10 minutes and change remaining in the 4th quarter here. Andy Quinn ready to boot this one away.
Got 2 threatening runners back for IMG. And again, Quinn just negates their effectiveness to do anything on the special teams by just kicking it out of the end zone.
Really accurate kick there from Quinn, because Southall, I think, for one moment thought that may well be drifting out of bounds, but it kind of just, his path came back inside the pylon for a touchback. Great work by the special teams unit once again.
Kicker Quinn didn't know anything about American football before coming down to try out for the NFL Academy. He fell in love with the game and is kicking great tonight.
Back to the ground go IMG with Clay Ash. Clay Ash never goes down from that first tackle call.
Yeah, that's a good start to this drive, and they're going to have to go at tempo if they're going to have any chance at clawing back these 10 points. Still 9:23 on the clock, but they need 2 scores.
Hamrick to the air, but no, it's a delay. A half-back draw to Clay, and Clay accelerates up to close to midfield. Gets to the 45-yard line. Beautiful little draw play there. Well executed.
Yeah, he just gets better and better, doesn't he, as the game goes on. Already got a touchdown, the only score that IMG have put on the, 2 touchdowns. He's the only scorer for IMG so far today that's got into the end zone. And he's just getting better and better.
First time we've seen that draw play tonight. Coach Bray going to his bag of tricks. Clay Ash again, dragging NFL defenders with him.
Great block again from guard Josh Love, who they've got just picking up that trap block and freeing Clay Ash up the middle again.
First down, once again. Hamrick once again turns to his halfback and gives him the signal. Get up front, which is my call. And again, Hamrick picks up good positive yardage.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. It's a little adjustment that they're just making between them, aren't they? It's just a turn of the head. And Hamrick saying, I'll take this one, and just following his quarterback on that quarterback, following his running back rather on that quarterback draw.
So something to watch out for the NFL Academy defenders. If Hamrick has a word with Ash, watch out. Pump fake, goes up top again. Got a man, and it's in and out of the hands of that intended receiver. Teddy Gorlick called his name a couple of times in the third period.
Great defending from Arthur Debochi. Defensive back, we call his name so many times, and you'll see on the replay here he's in good position. This very nearly was a reception, but Debochi gets his arm up there and rips the ball out. Such close coverage.
And triple coverage as well, Carl. Interesting decision from Hamrick there to throw the direction of Gorlick. Triple covered and third down then. Ash fakes that little jet sweep, keeps it himself. First down, IMG.
Yeah, clever play calling, because they had the opportunity on that second down to go for the deep pass. They knew they could come back and convert, which is exactly what they do.
Quick play calling now. Ball out to the flats, flag comes in. Reception made. Number 82. Still on his feet, no whistle yet.
Yeah, it was almost if players had stopped and the receiver just kept his feet moving.
Holding, number 13 of the offense. 10 yards, spot the foul, replay the down.
Xavier Southall, the guilty party. Which will do IMG no favours whatsoever. What appeared to be a very productive pass to the flats on first down. Results in a penalty. Remains first down, but it's now 1st and 12. Hamrick to Ash once again. Starts moving to his left, then cuts back upfield, and he finds a seam, and he dances his way close to another IMG first down.
He's just, after that first contact, Matt, he's just bouncing out of these tackles now. Doesn't matter how hard a blow these NFL Academy defenders are just bringing on that first contact. Cross really, Clay rather, is really doing a great job in just getting yards after contact.
To the air this time, steps up, goes up top, he's got a man, and it's just too long. I think if Southall had made that reception, it would have been out of the back of the end zone anyway.
Yeah, good tight coverage, that little twitch of the shoulder again, and over the top, the cameraman. Hopefully he's got some nice shots after that, taking a risk like that.
I think he was a tad worried for 2 or 3 seconds as he saw Southall plummeting towards him. 3rd and short. That wildcat formation once again. Hamrick out to the far left of the formation. High snap this time. Play blown dead by our officials.
Right to the snap. Full start. 74 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
The Holy Crow, 10th grader. Again, it's 2 steps forward,
Correction.
1 step.
The foul was number 71. Number 71. Sorry, fella.
Apologies, and Stephen Hannon guilty. I say it's definitely a case of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The Floridian outfit at the moment. So 3rd and 2 becomes 3rd and 7. Hamrick hands off to the ever-reliable Clay Ash. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage pre-penalty.
Well, this is 2 down territory for IMG, so they're setting up the 4th down with the run on 3rd down. And Clay Ash gives them an opportunity now to have a shot trying to convert from 4th and 3.
Wildcat formation again. We've seen this one before. See what the end result is. It's a high snap. Ash manages to make something of it. Tries to take it laterally, but he's not going to get the required distance, and that's going to be turnover on downs.
Yeah, you got a feel for Clay Ash, haven't you? He's been great tonight. That snap, couldn't do anything with it. I mean, it just threw off the timing of the play. Did everything he could to take it to the edge. Nearly made it, but that NFL Academy defense, so tenacious on the edge themselves, shut the door on 4th down and turnover on downs.
So, with around 6 minutes remaining, would that be a nail in the coffin of the IMG Academy? What do you think?
Offside, lining up in the neutral zone, number 52, defence, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Another offside penalty for the IMG defence. That's 15 penalties, 15 yards worth of penalties in this half just on offside, man.
Self-inflicted wounds, and I say you'd think now Trony and the offence are going to try and milk that clock.
Oh, it's happening again.
Well, I think that's going to go on the offence this time.
Sorts of activity on that line of scrimmage
Prior to the
pre-snap.
snap, full start, number 71 of the offence, 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
Oscar Poyes at the centre. I think he was saying he was drawn off by the defenders moving, but not having that one. So we'll give you 5. We'll give you 5 back.
Back to you.
I say, Carl, ball control offence, the key now.
Still snap, still.
As you were, first down. Ball handed off on a sweep to the left.
Oh, they do throw the flag, which is unfortunate. It looked like a late hit coming in.
Justus Seelig with the carry.
I think they're going to call this against IMG.
Frustration beginning to seep in.
After the play was over, we have multiple unsportsmanlike conduct fouls by number 9 of the defence and number 71 of the offence. These penalties will cancel.
So the penalty's offset.
No harm, no foul once again.
Well, 2 fouls, no harm.
Well, so it remains first down. IMG have got to know that this ball is going to be largely on the ground now. Trony and the offense going to be wanting to milk this clock.
We've been at the same spot on the field for a while now. That clock just keeps ticking away, so these penalties going against IMG's chances at the moment. NFL Academy will be quite happy to sit on the 22-yard line and swap yards.
So, indeed, it's second down after the carry from Seelig. Picked up 2 yards, 2 offsetting penalties. So 2nd and 8. To the air this time. Nice little bubble screen out to Ben Lax.
Yeah, anything you can do, IMG, we can do better. NFL Academy use their own flat game with Ben Lax. There was just one broken tackle and he would have been into a lot of space.
And that short passing game, just an extension of the run game, really, Cole. So first down, NFL Academy, as they seek a historic first victory over American opponents. First down carry, well defended that time by the defensive line of IMG.
Shout out to 2 NFL Academy alumni players that support the international program now. George Reynolds, who used to play quarterback, he's now one of the player pathway assistants to the NFL Academy offensive assistant coach. And to Shane Boyce, NFL UK participation coordinator.
Blitz coming on first down, tries to go over the top, looking for Brian Winter. Just out of his reach. Third down. Interesting play call here on 3rd and 9. The NFL Academy. 2 scores ahead. Under 5 minutes left in the 4th. Trony back to pass. Looking for a screen pass this time. That's very well defended, but the runner stays on his feet. Bounced out of the tackle. Gets his way up to the sideline. Cuts back in field, first down, and that was all about the running back for the NFL Academy.
Just making plays when they need to, keeping those sticks moving, keeping the clock ticking, and doing just what they need to do to put IMG to bed.
Justice Seelig looked like he was dead to rights after catching the screen pass. Managed to squirm his way under the defender. Seelig again. Bounced off the first tackle, picks up 5.
Seelig, not a big runner, but he's really effective, only 5'6". Here's the screen pass to Seelig. You can see he almost gets lost. But look at the hit that goes in, and Seelig with that great centre of gravity and balance to find his way to the edge. And as you said, Matt, a great individual effort. Jacob Hansen was the guy that couldn't take him down, number 8 for IMG.
2nd and 5. Great penetration. Number 44 for IMG.
Still fighting, IMG, still no quit in them. And there's still time here if they get a turnover and a quick score. IMG know that. Troney is going to want to convert here on the 3rd down to avoid any chance for these IMG players to get back into it.
Blitz coming once again. Line pick it up, Troney steps up, he's got Akers in front of me, he's going to pick up the 1st down, and he runs out of bounds. So if I'm going to be really picky, the only thing he did wrong there was run out of bounds. But other than that, great vision, quick decision, 1st down.
Yeah, Jacob Hansen ran him out of bounds. I think you're right. I mean, ideally you'd want him to just, you know, keep in bounds, keep the clock ticking, but they'll stop because the chains move anyway in this format of football. They just ran everybody down the field on that, and just the lane opened up for Troney, and he's done that at a couple of critical times during this game.
1st down, ball handed off. Seelig again showing his dynamic running ability and his agility to step out of tackles. 2nd and 4.
The 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning on the field.
And we're inside now. 2 minutes to go. 10-point advantage for the NFL Academy over IMG Academy. What is getting closer to be a historic result here in Loughborough.
Yeah, and you were right what you called out earlier, Matt, you know, in that the scores were almost reversed point for point. It was 26-14 to IMG Academy last year. This year's 24-14, swing the way of the NFL Academy. And IMG finding it difficult to shut down this big offensive line and the weapons that they've got, whether it's Brewer running the ball or whether it's Seelig running the ball behind that offensive line. IMG just don't seem to have an answer. So if they don't come up with an answer in the next 2 minutes, it's going to go the way of NFL Academy, which is going to surprise a lot of people.
No turnovers tonight, Carl, from either side. And the NFL Academy weathered that 3rd quarter storm from IMG. Thought the momentum was switching, but Coach Hagan and all his coaching staff managed to keep calm heads. And those 3 points, giving that 10-point cushion, really, really important. As Troney goes to the air and he hits his man who bounces off 2 tacklers, gets close to the end zone, but he's going to be down before he gets in. Is Seb Harris.
Yeah, Seb Harris, that key guy. They go to him so often in those critical situations. He just found a little bit of daylight on the sideline. There he is, grown in stature since last year. He's bigger, taller, stronger, faster. Shows it here as Troney sees him quickly on the sideline. And it's all Seb Harris. There's no blocking out there really for him. It's just 3 IMG players that try and bring him down. He's got the strength to fight them off and get even closer to that end zone.
Touchdown saving tackle by TJ Hill. But is it just delaying the inevitable? Troney hands off to Brewer. Brewer twisted to the ground.
Jacob Hansen has made some nice plays for IMG defense in probably what will be a futile effort in the end, but he's certainly been a highlight to watch on defense for IMG, flying around the field, trying to get his ball back for his team.
Troney in the offense looking to put the cherry on top of the cake. Man, end zone, incomplete. Brian Winter, intended receiver.
Yeah, good coverage there by IMG. Callan Martinez close to the ball, around the ball, making it difficult for Troney to complete the pass.
3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Seb Harris out there. Paul Brewer in the backfield. Brian Winter. And Troney himself, dangerous with his feet. Winter in motion. Play blown dead. Wind picks up again here.
False start, number 7 of the offense, 5-yard penalty, replay the down.
That's Brian Winter moving forward as he came in motion. Makes Troney in the offense's job that little bit more difficult on 3rd down and goal. Minute and change left, 4th quarter. Loughborough University. Troney now. Bit of confusion in the backfield there, and that play gets blown up. Well played by Carlos Barrera, linebacker.
Yeah, I just feel like a little bit of confusion on the handoff. Wasn't clear whether Troney was going to keep it himself, and the running back wasn't clear he was going to run with the ball, and in the end a big loss. So
Timeout
IMG
taken. IMG. First charge timeout of the half.
Trying to conserve some clock here. 55 seconds left. You know, you need 2 scores, probably not going to get it, but they're proud to keep the, the NFL Academy out of the end zone here and come back to fight another day.
And I think a 24-14 scoreline, Cole, you're quite right, looks much better than a 31-14 scoreline if NFL Academy do manage to go in on 4th and goal here. And as you said, all these players and coaches, an immense amount of pride in their work and the colours they wear. Let's see what Troney in the offense can dial up on 4th down. Stay with us at the end of this one. We'll have our post-game show with all the reaction, highlights, interviews from directly on the field at the end of what is looking to be a historic evening for the NFL Academy. So it is 3rd down. Reverse again. They scored on this, and it's reverse pass. Winter looks to throw and then pulls it down, stays on his feet. Touchdown, NFL Academy, Brian Winter.
Clever little play to Brian Winter. Here's how it unraveled. Play action, handoff. Looks like he's going to pass, then sees the good coverage, just keeps it himself. And it's all Winter ploughing through 2 linebackers to push his way into the end zone as the music starts playing here at University of Loughborough, and the celebrations can really begin now as that's taken it out of IMG's reach.
On comes Andy Quinn for the NFL Academy. The kick is up and good. NFL Academy 31, IMG Academy 14.
So 2 touchdowns for Tietz, 2 touchdowns for Winter, and a field goal. And great play by Troney. Hard to choose an MVP out of this lot. Real team performance.
Yeah, as you said, Carl, 2 touchdowns for Tietz in the first half. 2 for Brian Winter. Troney's played really well. Kruger with the first half dominance on the sack column. But what a statement from the NFL Academy.
Really is, as you said, and we mentioned before in pre-game, this is the first win the NFL Academy will get. They win this game, and it very much looks like they will, as we've got a few seconds left here. First game they've had against American opposition, and this puts them at that level where they can begin to compete with more high schools. And they can begin to be really just move from their dominance in Europe, which they've had really since they started back in 2019, but they can begin to call themselves more of an international team, winning more of those international games, even against North American opposition now.
So the ball kicked deep again through the end zone for another touchback. And this sets up the Tuesday game beautifully, Carl. In Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, taking on Erasmus Hall Dutchman. And that will be another intense battle for this NFL Academy, and a very quick turnaround, Friday night to a Tuesday game, Carl.
Yeah, you wonder about the timing of that, but you know it's because the NFL game's going on Sunday, and then we get, NFL Academy gets to play Tottenham Hotspur on the Tuesday. They want to do it the same week, and the NFL Academy were the first NFL team ever to play at Tottenham back in July 2019, so they now get not just to train there, but to also play in a competitive game there.
First down completion from Hamrick.
It's worth saying as well, proceeds from the ticket sales of that game on Tuesday are going to be donated to the NFL Foundation UK, a charity providing young people from understanding communities, from disadvantaged communities with opportunities to develop their skills and confidence. So do get your tickets for that one.
Hamrick to the air again, same receiver, same result, first down. Clock continues, in fact the clock does stop as the receiver went out of bounds and the chains are moved, as you mentioned earlier, Carl. Hamrick finds himself in NFL Academy territory now, rolls to his right. Got the same man on 3 consecutive plays with the same result, but he's punished by Arthur De Broci.
He's made a couple of those plays, hasn't he? Had the broken...
This is the end of the game, end of the game.
Oh, there we go, Matt.
There we have it. In this historic moment for the NFL Academy, they run out victors 31-14 over the IMG Academy. And rightly so, the celebrations begin. All but one quarter, I would call that a complete performance.
Yeah, Q3 after those half-time adjustments that IMG made, they had a shot to get back in it, got 2 quick scores on the board. Then the NFL Academy made their adjustments, and you just feel like they had the upper hand today through 3 quarters.
Coach Hagan gets the Gatorade bath. And respectfully, they put their celebrations on hold as they congratulate their opponents, and worthy opponents they were as well. The IMG Academy Varsity White. They'll be back. They'll continue to grow. As Coach Bray mentioned, those 4 different teams within that academy.
Well, this is turning into a nice little rivalry between IMG and the NFL Academy. They're one apiece now. Next year, IMG will want to come back and restore some pride in their program. So it will go back and forth. These are 2 mighty academies. I mean, there's no question about it. IMG are massive in terms of the amount of athletes that they attract from the US and all around the world. And NFL Academy equally now, as they take this big step to beat this American opposition, they're going to attract even more talent from all over the world as well than they already are. 13 countries represented on the NFL Academy. You could just see that growing even more.
And it felt like a professional game, didn't it? It really did. The execution, yeah, there were flags, there were a little bit of frustration crept in at the end, a little bit of ill-discipline, but generally speaking, it felt like a professional performance by both these outfits here tonight in Loughborough, as they come and show their appreciation to this Loughborough University crowd. So let's have a look at some highlights that got us to this 31-14 scoreline. We get right back to the top, first quarter action. And Troney finds his receiver, Dominic Tietz, in the end zone for the opening score of the afternoon. Just blown coverage there out of the zone, and Tietz all alone to open the account for the Loughborough-based team. That put them at 7-0 with Quinn's extra point. Throwing in the offense weren't done there though. The combination worked to open the scoring. So why not? Let's go back to that same combination. Troney over the middle. Tietz once again finds pay dirt on a 20-yard touchdown reception. That was in the second quarter. 14-0 with the extra point from Quinn. And the momentum firmly on the side of the men in white. Troney then this time hands off on a reverse to Brian Winter. And Winter scoops his way to the corner untouched for a 12-yard rushing TD to extend the lead to 21 with the addition of Quinn's extra point. That was our score at the half. NFL Academy 21. But then the third quarter was all IMG. And Clay Ash opened their account on a 9-yard scamper. Extra point was good from Quinn Stanley. And then on the Wildcat play, Clay Ash got into the end zone for the second time, similar distance away. And just at that point, the NFL Academy were rocking. A field goal from Andy Quinn put them 24-14 ahead, and then Winter capped things off from 13 yards out with a reverse, faked the pass, and then found his way into the end zone. Andy Quinn added the extra point once again, and that gave us that 31-14 scoreline. Ahead of the NFL games in London, Just Hype, a leading name in fashion innovation, and the National Football League have launched the Adults and Mini-Me apparel collection to support this year's teams in style, capturing the excitement and colourful vibrancy of this year's NFL London Games teams. The collections include t-shirts, hoodies and bomber jackets, showcasing designs encompassing bold team logos with the Just Hype DNA for new and current fans to tell a story of team pride and gridiron glory. Available from www.justhype.com and also in person at the Oxford Street pop-up store, which is open until this Sunday, October the 8th.
Scenes here, and people trying to get over the barrier to celebrate with their mates, and Christian Scotland Williamson is alongside me. Now, you wanted to go down and photobomb that, so I feel really bad for bringing you up here, but huge progress. The score, obviously 31-14 compared to last year, which was 24-16 in the other direction. You said to me one word, and that was progress.
Yeah, raucous celebrations and well deserved. I think the amount that they've come along and the progression to beat a legitimate high school team, IMG Academy, they lost last year, but you see the camaraderie, you see the togetherness, you see the development, you see the discipline. I think that's the thing I was most impressed with, is the IQ, the knowledge, and just, progress in one word. I mean, beating a legitimate high school, well-deserved celebrations tonight.
And that's a huge thing, obviously, in their development, because they can train, they can play locally, but when you're playing a team from Florida who are just, incredible in their own right, it really is a test. And as you've just said there, they've really put themselves up to that test. And, as a former tight end yourself, that start there was great. 2 touchdowns from the tight end, and, you must have been proud.
Yeah, definitely. Got off to a really fast start this year. I think last year, like I said at the beginning of the show, a bit nervous, a bit cagey, but this time I think they really realised that they were ready for the competition and more than good enough to compete, and came out firing really early, 2 touchdowns to the tight end as well, and then finished off at the end with a lovely trick play to get into the end zone to seal the game off. I mean, it couldn't have been done in better style.
Yeah, I think Carl's still on the field, so we're going to head back over to him.
I'm here with Steve Hagan, head coach of the NFL Academy, surrounded by the celebrations going on here. How does it feel, coach, to get a win?
Oh, it's awesome. You know, it's so good for these kids. They've been working and working and working, and we don't get to play many games, so they've gotten better. Like we said earlier in the game, I want them to be smart, fast, physical, fundamental football players, and we got a little bit closer to that tonight, so that was super fun.
And you turned the tables on IMG. They won last year. You've come straight back at them and won 31-14. What was particularly impressive tonight for you about the win?
Well, I liked how our quarterback played, very calm. We just kept playing forward. I liked how our defense played. I mean, we gave up 14 points against a really good football team. And so we played better defense, not perfect, but we did some really good things, so it was super fun.
And you've got the game coming up now on Tuesday. That's going to be a really quick turnaround for you. How does that feel? You know, what are the preparations got to be? Won't be much time to celebrate, right?
No, we're done celebrating when we walk off this field. We got to get our act together and point it in the new direction. So that's going to be a big challenge, super big challenge.
Well, congratulations. The first NFL Academy win over US opposition, I understand.
Yeah.
So really great job, and we look forward to seeing you at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 10th, on Tuesday.
Really appreciate that. This has been fun for these kids and our coaches and the whole program. It's been good to be here at Loughborough and just get in front of this crowd and just have a fun night. Hopefully we get more of these.
Congratulations, Coach. Enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
Let's get hold of Giacomo Troni, who's going to come onto the screen now. Giacomo, join me. Giacomo, Jack Troni, do join me here. Just come this side for me, buddy. Congratulations, you've been called the MVP, all those touchdowns tonight. How's it feel, Jack?
It was amazing. You know, I was saying before, it's not so much about the MVPs, but more about the team win. You know, that's what's really great about this sport and everything. And you know, we knew we were underdogs at the beginning of the game, and we did it. We just played hard. We played how we wanted to play. We know we had some ups and downs still, but we did what we had to do, and we got done with we ended the job, and yeah.
Last time I saw you play, you were backing up Sam Fenton. Now it's your turn to shine. How's it feel to really take over the mantle and be the NFL Academy starting quarterback?
It feels great. You know, I have a lot of respect for Sam and for Ali. They really grew me last year for Coach Jerome, and it's been an amazing journey this last year since I came here, and I love playing football, so just keep on doing this.
How will you prepare now for that game on Tuesday? Because it won't be a big turnaround for you, will it? So what I guess tonight's a quick celebration and then straight back to work.
Yeah, we have about, I'd say, 12 hours of celebration, and then tomorrow we're back in the gym, back at practice. You know, we really have to lock in for Tuesday's game. It's going to be a really big game, big experience, and we hope to be the best.
Well, very much congratulations. Congratulations on the MVP. I know you didn't get a chance to play in the last game. You got a chance to play tonight. You've done an absolutely great job. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Giacomo, MVP of tonight. Let's hand up to Jono.
Yeah, thanks very much, Carl. People around us here, we've got like friends and family who have come down here, and actually it's quite a chilly Friday night. You know, we said before it's like 19 degrees Celsius. If you're watching in the States, also thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. You're a few hours behind us here, around about 66 Fahrenheit. The temperature's dropped quite a lot, but people have stuck around, which is great because, you know, in UK sport, as soon as it gets cold at the end of the game, people are out. But, you know, we've got friends and family here, you know, celebrating with players, celebrating with people involved in the NFL Academy. And, you know, Christian Scotland Williamson has just run away now somewhere in the background to go and celebrate with the guys because, you know, he's been so heavily involved as an ambassador for the NFL Academy. And he was just saying to me that he's really, really looking forward to Tuesday night now. And, you know, Tuesday is a really special occasion for everyone involved in the NFL Academy. Obviously, playing tonight against such a good college from the United States is huge. But going on and playing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Tuesday night is going to be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills are in town. They take on the Jacksonville Jaguars there in the NFL. The goal for all these kids playing this sport, they're playing there on Sunday. We've got a game there the following Sunday. And in between, they will be taking to the hallowed turf or AstroTurf at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to play a game. And look, the QR code is in the bottom left-hand corner there. And if you can make it to Tottenham on Tuesday night, I would suggest getting your phone out now, get the camera app open, scan that right now. Maybe if you're in the United States, you want to go on Skyscanner, book yourself a flight over and come and watch the Buffalo Bills Jags. If you can get a ticket, stay on and watch the NFL Academy. why not? The QR code is there. You can scan that. You can get your ticket for Tuesday night, and they will be taking on the Erasmus Hall Dutchmen. So, you know, a huge occasion for both them and the NFL Academy as well. Carl Walkinshaw still looking for a coach, I believe, of the IMG Academy. Have we found him? Oh, he's got him. Let's hand over to Carl.
I'm here with head coach Kyle Bray of the IMG Academy. Last year you won, come back this year. Didn't go your way. How's it feeling, coach?
I'll tell you what, NFL Academy did nothing but compliments to them, their players, their coaches. I mean, I saw a real difference. Our staff saw a real difference. Not a lot of film on them up to this point, and they played so well tonight. I'm happy for them, and I guess this is the start of a real international rivalry now. 1-1. So let's crank this thing up again next year and have some fun.
I love it. That's such a great attitude. You know, you said there's a difference. Is it the difference in the size, the strength, the power of the athletes, or is it in the coaching, or what is it? Where did you see the differences?
You know, just organizationally, I've kind of followed their program. I know they made a coaching change. I think the new staff has done an unbelievable job of coaching up the game the right way. These kids not only played hard, they played with great technique. They executed big plays. I mean, they're a very formidable opponent. When you put that group of kids together and you coach them up the way they should be, it was fun to play against. It was not fun to lose the game, but I can see a real difference, and I always hoped that, and I think the Academy did too, would they get to this point this quickly? And now we've got a real rivalry on our hands, so I know our guys will be excited again for next year, and let's keep this thing going.
And it wasn't all NFL Academy's way by any means. That Q3 belonged to you. You came out, you clearly made adjustments during halftime and got your running back going and picked up those 2 scores, did Clay. I mean, that was a fantastic running. Say something about your own players and the pride that there is within this IMG Academy.
Absolutely. You know, that was talk about really getting punched in the mouth to start the game. Guys, we flew in yesterday, got here, had to kind of catch up on the sleep, and it looked jet lag in the beginning. And at halftime, we were able to kind of get them together emotionally, settle them down, allow us to get what I talked to before halftime when I got interviewed about getting back to our base plays and our fundamentals. And I wish we could have played another quarter because I think it was just going to get more and more interesting. But kudos to NFL Academy on taking advantage of a slow start from IMG Academy.
And it felt like there was a couple of turnovers. You nearly got, but not quite there. 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery you could have had, which could have turned the game around.
We really needed it. We needed them to be able to make a mistake for us to get back into it, and it's a testament to the Academy. It's a testament to their staff. They played clean football in the second half, which won them the football game. We needed a mistake, and we just didn't get it from them.
Coach, it's been so great talking to you before game and after game. Thank you for speaking to us, and we so look forward to having you back next year because this is turning into a hell of a rivalry between these 2 academies.
This is going to be fun. The rivalry has begun. We got to make a trophy now or something. Appreciate it.
Great job, Coach. Let's hand back to Jonas.
Thank you very much, Carl and Kyle. I tell you what, the tunes are now pumping. It's going to be a wild night in Loughborough. When isn't it a wild night in Loughborough? Look, thank you very much for watching. We've watched a really great game of football here, and I've mentioned it before, going to mention it again. Tuesday night Spurs, that QR code's going to appear in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen in just a minute. If you want to come down, you're in the UK, you can make it. We're live here at 5:30, and the game will start at 6 p.m. Plenty of time to get in there. Maybe ask your boss if they'll let you have a little bit of time off work early, take a half day perhaps, and come down to Tottenham. You know, you could go into London, have some food afterwards. Just come down, enjoy a great game of football, and you know, we've seen exactly what you'll be seeing on Tuesday night here. Final score then, IMG 14. The NFL Academy 31. Huge progress, as we heard. 1 more game to go in the series. As I say, Tuesday night, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The QR code is just in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds to scan it because I know you want to scan it. Thank you very much to everyone involved. Carl Walkinshaw, Matt Walker, your commentators. Also, Christian Scotland Williamson, former Pittsburgh Steeler, who joined me a little bit earlier. And we will see you on Tuesday night. If you can't scan that code and make it, I understand. It's fine. We'll see you at 5:30, exactly where you're watching right now.
The NFL came to Tottenham in 2019.
We were always here. The NFL Academy were the first to step on this field.
We practiced here in 2021 and got the taste for it.
Now it's time to play here for real. The NFL Academy is the UK's home team.
Now it's time for us to ball out on the biggest stage.
We'll be catching touchdowns in this amazing stadium.
We'll be making sacks in this amazing stadium. NFL Academy versus Erasmus Hall. Watch it live.